just vocally read out Matronics' session highlights. Bad decisions. Remember to read the quest scroll first this time. This should really be a highlight. Well, this really shouldn't be a highlight, but if you've read previous editions of these highlights, you know that this is a real highlight. Bad decisions arriving at Gremlin for their next Ironhearth quest. Man, this place is every Scaly's wet dream, it seems. Tamerlane bombarding the front desk worker with questions and details that are outside their description. Part of me was hoping that they would pull out a back in 15 minutes sign and walk away. Trust me, it was thought of. Bad decisions minus Madronics struggling with Dragonborn naming conventions. It's all in the tongue and throat, guys. Malcolm sneaking out to go paint the whole town white. Man, he sure has a surprising amount of stamina. Ah, yes, Malcolm. Malcolm and the Maya. Madronics talking openly about his battle experience. Look, everyone has their own source of stress relief. It just so happens that both Madronics' favorites have a high casualty rate. Bad decisions going out to do some pre-mission recon. Once again, I have to emphasize that this is, in fact, a highlight. Madronics easily being the most polite and courteous the party has ever seen him be. Apparently, he has learned some semblance of manners. We shall see. Oh, yes. The names. Now, I know that Kralset is correct, but that other name sounds a little off. Anyway, Dragonborns, showing off their power and resilience of being Dragonborn. Seriously, that ice-like tattoo?
Face-like.
I think I meant to type face-like tattoo.
That face-like tattoo will probably never fully go away, but everyone who sees it is going to know not to fuck with it. Halvard making a stop at the local general store to pick up some spells casting supplies. Man, it takes really confident wizard to buy only one casting's worth of supplies. I bet he has a great plan. Halvard turning Gorm into a kipper and failing in feeding the local aquatic life. Halvard making a stop at the local general store to pick up some spellcasting supplies. Didn't I already write this? There it is. Halvard giving the underwater recon a second college try with an octopus instead. This assumes, of course, that Halvard made it into college the first time. Malcolm taking the rest of the... they always do say that wizard colleges are the technically term for it, but let's just say community college for Halvard. Malcolm taking the rest of the party minus Fez for drinks. Man, whatever that white stuff was, it sure got Malcolm super excited. Bad decisions partaking in a classic Dragonborn drink paint thinner. Seriously, the stuff gave Madronics' natural juices a run for their money. Madronics getting buzz drunk for the first time in his entire life. Apparently he's not the kind of guy you would get a beer with unless he was already drunk. Paradox. Malcolm offering a drunk Madronics some more social wisdom. He will certainly need to try them out on Angipu the next time he goes to battle him. And Tamerlane dragging Halvard's passed out ass the whole way back to the Iron Hearth. Imagine a young child dragging their Raggedy Ann doll across the floor all around the house, and you'll have an accurate description of what that looked like.
Thank you, Tamerlane.
I mean, he's not wrong.
It's fantastic.
The back of your head hurts just a little bit.
Oh, it was face down.
Okay, so the bridge of your nose hurts a lot of it.
So I'm gonna be talking like those, right? I was like, oh gosh, how do you even on?
Luckily,
so
it was before your long rest, quote unquote long rest.
Were you dragging him through dirt roads and stuff like that?
Upstairs.
Oh, yeah, out of the bar, yeah, everything.
So I don't know if you've ever been on a camping trip where it was incredibly dusty, or if you've ever been out in the desert doing stuff or riding dirt bikes and you get dust and shit all in your nose, but you're gonna be blowing out freaking dirt boogers for weeks.
Dirt boogers, yeah, sure, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, this is
I know.
A type of world where horses do a majority of the travel.
Oh, I know.
But that's where we return. The night after. Not the night after. The morning after the festivities done. For you, Malcolm, now that I read and I am reiterized, you ended up, I'm not sure if Tamberlay told you, swiping the alchemical jug from Tamberlay.
Okay.
Going out on the town.
Mhm.
I remember doing the rolls for you. Okay. Yes, I see. So there's the stealth, deception, persuasion, and stealth. You were able to. Okay, where's the first one? Okay, you stealthed out of the place. Okay, first, the side of him. You stole the jug from Tamberlay. Then you stealthed out of the place without being seen. You talked your way into a secure door. Then you got found out inside, but you lied your way through it, talked your way into the second floor of said place, proceeded to cover the place full of mayonnaise, get out, and you stealth back to the group. And then you went drinking.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Wild.
With information that disappearances have been happening every 4 days.
Yep.
Okay.
You were able to put some stuff together while you were doing your research.
Okay.
All right. So, next morning arrives. Everyone wakes up. Halvard wakes up slight bit later than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, very much first day of allergy-esque type of congestion you've got going on. As the morning arises, you kind of started to wake up and just get the schmutz out of the corner of the eyes. Lots of schmutz for you.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, and the day is yours. Fez is going to sleep in a little.
What happened? What did I do last night? Oh God. He sort of stumbles up and just like takes one finger just am I good?
Are
Yeah,
you
you're good.
downstairs with us? Or...
One of my earphones died. So, what happened is, he just like sort of uses his pike as a sort of walking stick as he tries to make his way downstairs.
It's a little slow and loud, but eventually you guys see Halvard kind of make his way down to you guys.
Well, good morning.
Morning. Oh God.
It's
What?
much crankier. Would you stop with that insistent tapping on the floor?
All right.
Ripping his head.
I guess someone spit in your coffee this morning.
Why does everything seem louder?
That, my friend, is called a hangover.
And also because you're yelling.
Alright, let me just, and he just like, tries to put his pike to the side, probably like resulting in like a bit more of like loud noise before finally silence. Just a cling cling, and then just like, it stops.
And Medronix's eye twitches with every single
King,
sharp
tongue,
sound.
king, pepper.
And he goes, wait, hold on, I think something important happened. What was that, a dream? I don't know. I don't want to think until I got like something energizing me. Excuse me. Can I pull like a server if there's one nearby?
We got the Iron Hearth, so it's just
Yeah.
the Dragonborn that is caretaking the outpost.
Excuse me. Could I get some coffee, please?
He just looks at you like, what is coffee?
Oh God. All right. Water.
Oh, big fancy man needs water, okay. And he just goes off.
All right.
No one else is drinking water.
No.
Menthonitis just continues like rubbing his temples. How do people stand these hangovers?
I'm gonna walk over to the
Like-
bar and get a shot of whiskey and bring it over to Madrynix and be like, "Trust me, this'll help."
You'll get used to it.
Just looks at it and without even really giving it a second thought, just like shoots it down.
Mildly tasteful, getting past your acidic palate, but it's less effective for you. Seeing as how you guys are already drinking ales to begin with, it's like putting in one ice cube into a drink to make it cool.
So Menthonitis just has this sour look. It wasn't enough. It's still there.
Usually the old saying is it's the hair of the dog. I guess you got bit by a pretty big fucking dog there, Mega or Madrynix.
Bite the dog back.
I did. That's how I got this scar. Reveals the part of his armor to reveal the scar.
Right.
Where's this dog? I will kill it.
Anyway,
Albert, what happened to your face, by the way?
face. What's wrong with my face? And he like starts like moving at his face. I mean, it was a bit sore, but like there wasn't a mirror around.
Isn't that what he normally looks like?
Is it?
I don't know. I don't really pay too much attention to his face.
Hmm.
That's where all the noise comes from.
You are correct on that.
We have a comedian.
So anyway, we have shit to do tonight, so I suggest we lay low for today and save our strength for this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, Kukua comes over with a very small glass of clean water.
All right, thank you.
Your
And
Highness.
well, thank you, dear server. Here, I shall tip you with my finest coin, and hands him the silver.
Are there any condiments on the table?
It's almost like a salsa.
I pour some in the water.
I'm pretty sure at this point they both look at you. Like, what the fuck?
It helps with hangovers. It's an old family remedy.
And Kua takes the silver and just walks away.
Thank you for sharing with your family traditions, as strange and nonsensical as they may be.
You're welcome. I didn't say it was my family tradition. I just said it was a family tradition.
I see. Well then, in that case, fuck you. And he begins drinking the salsa water.
Make a con save. This is table salsa.
Actually, hold on. Let me find it real quick.
Now remember, this is Dragonborn land, so most things here
Oh God.
are very in the extremes.
I got an 18.
It's not enough, sir.
Bro, you just ate a Carolina Reaper.
Tears.
You go to drink the water, and only about a spoonful of water actually remains before you get this chunky, thick glob of basically wasabi.
Mm-hmm.
And you're drinking, and all of a sudden, a solid is where liquid was, so your body is already starting to fight it.
Mm-hmm.
So you start coughing, which shoots it up your nose.
Oh,
Oh God, I hate it when that happens.
So luckily, you're not going to have to worry about any of that junk coming out of your nose later, because it's all coming out now.
oh God.
As he's now coughing, sputtering, literal shits coming out of his nose, along with water stuff from the night before. It just, his whole mouth has turned into a on fire, volatile mess of liquids and chunky stuff.
Yeah, I told
Lord,
you
at
you'd
least
feel
get a
better.
bucket.
Ugh. Oh, where did all that come from? Oh God.
Your face?
Yeah, I told you you'd feel better.
He
I
looks
feel
like
worse.
he looks like
Oh God, everything burns.
a tomato that was over-ripened on a vine and then dragged through literal shit.
Regular Wednesday for Halvard.
And Kuoku is just sitting over in the corner like,
Don't worry, I got it. And he'll try to clean it up a bit.
oh, you're still going. This doesn't stop.
Oh, it doesn't stop. Oh dear.
You just imbibed wasabi, then basically up snorted it. And you're fucked up for multiple minutes.
I want to go outside.
As soon as you get to the point where you're like, okay, and then you take that first breath
Oh.
through the nose, it just immediately gets like. You ever seen Jackass where Steve-O snorts the wasabi?
Actually, no, I have not.
Oh, you need to watch that video because he does snooters of wasabi, and the amount of shit he's dealt with, it immediately makes him start throwing up.
Ooh, great.
Well, in
Yeah,
Steve-O's
I think
I can't even have a single glass of water. I am in tears.
I think Mithranix would have followed Malcolm's lead and had left during this scene.
Plenty of time to do so.
by the
I
time
will
he
hold. Go ahead.
I said by the time he regains his senses, he's the only one at the table.
Now I'll be holding his hair back.
Head in the bucket, hair being held back. Just let it out. Just let it out.
Rubbing his back. It's gonna
Rub
be
his
all right,
back,
buddy.
yeah. You just keep going. You just let it all out.
There.
You look down, the bucket's starting to get full. You're like, oh shit.
I'm not cleaning it up. I'm just helping it out.
I know, you just gotta like pull his head slightly back so he doesn't start drowning in this
Oof.
amalgamation of vomit, tears, sweat, bile, and whatever else he had the day before.
Num 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 num.
Meanwhile, Mithranix and Malcolm outside. Did I really used to think that he was a strong and valiant warrior?
You know, we all make mistakes. And I won't judge you for the one that you made.
Oh, I completely forgot. You have a new nickname for Nix.
Yeah, you
Nope.
do.
It's Nixie Poo.
That's fantastic.
and you convinced him that it's a term of mighty warrior endearment.
Oh, it's such a reverent name.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're welcome.
I've not been this happy in so long. That's all I've wanted to do is convince Nix that he wants to be called Nixie Poo.
That's why in the recap, when you're talking to Drunken Madronix,
No,
and
Angie Poo?
Angie Poo,
Yeah,
yeah,
you poo.
because Madronix has a friend named Angie, and he considers him a valued warrior. So it was two coercions. The first one was to be able to call him Nixie, and then Nixie Poo. So Nixie, I believe I said was like a fierce warrior, and then like adding the Poo at the end was your people's way of. I was very eloquent in the time, but basically, Nixie Poo means like the unfettered, unmatched warrior that you know. It's like the highest term of martial endearment.
Oh, Valak, bravo.
I mean, to be fair, you got it while he was drunk
Mhm.
for the first
And I
time.
rolled well.
You know, probably not the first time that Malcolm has taken advantage of somebody in a drunken state. In that way, not in a
Well, first
other
time a
way.
Dragonborn, at least.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, that is your new nickname for Nyx.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So continue. Back to the scene.
Don't worry, Nixie Poo. I won't judge you if you don't judge me.
I will still have to carry this shame always.
Oh. But at least you have a baseline in life now. You could always be, and I just gesture towards our friend that is writhing in pain.
Gesture back to the door of just a.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Tambler, you're like kind of half interested because all of a sudden it turns blue for a second, like all the stuff coming out of him.
Oh God.
And then it goes back to the normal colors.
I am so sorry, Woldar. I am so sorry. This wow. Oh God.
The blue must have been left over from the
The melons.
from poisoning.
Can we get another
You still have
bucket?
that in your stomach? That was like 3 weeks ago. Oh.
Hold on. There we go. Can I be heard better now?
Yeah.
All right.
Just a little bit.
Let's see. So yeah, Halver's just an extreme coughing and sputtering mess. As he's suffering through all of this, thinking, you know what? I don't know what I did, but but I probably deserve this.
This is Malcolm's way of getting the rest of that money you owed him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Worth every penny. So, as the two of you kind of turn back away from the worst prom night ever scene going on inside, it's a decently nice day out today. A little overcast, not too hot, not too cold. No real threat of rain or anything like that today, so it seems like it's going to be a good day and night. Oh, very much so.
Yep.
Never trust the Epicac. I made chowder!
So I guess maybe as Mitronix and Malcolm are just awkwardly waiting.
Well, I don't know how long this is gonna last.
All in all, it's about a 15-minute journey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like that too. Yeah. Okay, I think it's over. I think it's over, and then just either the slightest whiff or like a little bit of backdraft of the smell of your own vomit and everything kind of comes back up. It just reignites everything. You're like, okay, it's not over. It's not over, and then you just keep going up until the point where it's just like dry heaving now, and like your body's just done making fluids.
Your stomach is like full on cramps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make saliva anymore. So now you get like that dry vomit mouth.
Hangover
I've
six
been there.
pack.
I've been there in real life. Ooh, that's not nice.
Hangover 6-pack.
Uh-huh. And like even your tear ducts aren't working anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So like everything's stinging as like you're trying to like blink.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now I know it has to be over because I literally can't make any more of this. And he just like struggles to stand up.
Oh, I would move right now if I were you. You're probably gonna hurt yourself. Just stay down there for a second. I mean, I'll move the bucket away.
I'm fine. And he just
Okay.
continues moving.
As soon as Halvard like sits up and out of the way, a just torrent of water just shoots out and impacts Halvard in the chest. And Halvard ends up like sliding across the ground and pushed up against the wall as Wuldar is. It seems he is creating water with some sort of spell, and it is just power washing Halvard and just everything about him right now. It lasts for a few seconds before it starts to go away.
Well, at least
Slightly
he's
refreshing.
At least he's finally
Secretly-
getting a bath.
Secretly, I was hoping that they were holding a decanter of endless water and just shouting over it over, geyser, 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 geyser.
Oh my god. He sort of like spits out some water that most definitely got in his like mouth. Thanks. And he just stands up, still soaking.
Yep.
It's like walks over any of his let's see equipment still there? Like where was it moved or anything?
Yeah, all your stuff's still fine.
Alright, yeah, he just takes it. Alright, so where are we going?
Nowhere now. I mean, this stuff isn't gonna happen until the evening or night. We don't know exactly when.
Right. By the way, before I passed out last night, I actually saw our three ghosties up in the rafters.
What? You saw ghosts in the rafters?
The banshees?
Oh,
really?
Of the bar.
Which bar?
The one we were at last night.
Which bar?
Oh, there was only one.
Okay. Malcolm seems like the type that would go to one, get kicked out, go to the next one, get kicked out, go to the next one. So
Yeah, you only took us
Which
to
probably
one.
happened. We don't know
Probably.
that part, but
Less that and more of not really the ability to really go to any other bar because this is really the only bar.
okay.
So Malcolm
actually,
behaves
no, like
himself a
considering the
little
last town we were in, that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw him overhead, and then I just went, well, I died metaphorically, thankfully not literally.
Yes, that has happened before. Do you know or remember what they look like?
Do I?
Ghosts.
about as much as the descriptions of what you have heard.
Well, they just really matched the description of what we heard so far. Nothing new to add.
It was more of sort of seeing the faces in the shadows of the rafters than like seeing full on like the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
Are you
They were
sure you're
hiding up there real good. I could only see the faces. But pretty sure it was them.
Are you sure your intoxication had nothing to do with it?
Nope, the only thing intoxication is doing is making Halvard Southern.
Fair. It's very true. I thought I was the only one who caught that. I was leaving that alone.
Tamberlay's rubbing off on Halvard.
Holy shit, did you just pull a Ford?
Oh God.
Oh, is no one going to talk about the elephant in the room here? What?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a reverse Ford.
Reverse 4. So, yeah.
Oh, by the way,
so
I
what are we
think you
gonna do
left your-
now?
I think you left your familiar in the lake.
Things for a moment.
Yeah, motherfucker, I'm here. I've been here all night, you son of a bitch. No, I think when you unconscious, he pocketed away.
Yeah.
Has he?
No, he's fine. When I went out, I took him back in.
For everyone who's not a wizard, that totally tracks.
Yeah, that makes no sense at all. But all right, I'll sure. Okay. So relax and sleep in. Oh wait, we already did that.
Halvard, maybe you
Relax
should
and
go
wait.
back to bed.
No, I already wasted enough of my time slaying in bed. I'm just gonna go and I don't know. Probably train or something, and he just begins shuffling outside.
Then he shuffles back as he forgets his pike.
Yep.
Well, he said he got his equipment.
Well, he said all the equipment that was on him. He put his pike up against the wall.
Yep. Forgot this, and he
Madronix is standing outside, and then Halvard shuffles,
Yeah.
and then shuffles back in, and then ting, ting, king, tink, tink. He
And for
shuffles
a
back
brief
out.
moment, Mithranix's jaws start to open, and and like the acrid smell starts like pouring out from his mouth.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Oh, hey, Madronix, how you doing?
King,
Closes
king.
his mouth, huffs.
You're looking very aggressive. Don't worry, you'll get over it in a few.
Just get out of my sight, clang clang, and out of earshot.
Oh, sure. Hold on. Sort of looks around. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just go to the ocean, and he just like starts walking over the ocean.
It's funny too because like with Madronix in his armor, he like moves very slow to make as little noise as possible for himself.
So, the fact that, Halvard, you said that you were probably going to go train,
Yeah.
and now that you say that you're walking over to the ocean, it makes me think of, throwback here, but the show Pete and Pete on Nickelodeon, when they used to go and fight the waves. That's
Oh, God.
that's all I imagine that Halvard's going to go do. He's just out there just kicking the waves and punching the waves with Arnie.
No, Madronix is gonna try and airbender the shit. Sorry, not Madronix, Halvard.
Yeah. Halvor's just gonna spend his time practicing over by the ocean, trying to be out of everyone's way.
Practicing
and
what,
If he
Halvard?
has to, yeah, if he has to move to do so, then he will.
All right. Anybody else for the day?
Can't help but wonder
now.
why, if what Halvard said was true, why the Banshees made their show at that bar.
Maybe they were scouting us out.
Maybe they were. Maybe they're looking for a new victim.
How many days has it been?
Today is day 4. They should be showing up today. Or tonight.
Where have the last have all the victims been at different places?
As far as we know, it's been
Or
around the... I mean, yeah. I mean, around certain areas, but...
The problem is that, according to the survivors, as well as a few others, they can't really confirm of all those who went missing if all of them were due to Banshee attacks or some other reason.
Yeah, we just know that it's every 4 days. Thanks to you.
yeah, that's right. I knew that. I was just testing you guys. Look, I drank a lot last night.
Oh yeah, when you
And
did
yet-
everything, you were under the influence.
Of, like, some, like, weird dragon coke.
Row.
Correct.
The checks.
No,
All of this tracks for Malcolm. Like,
you guys had, you'd gone back to the Iron Hearth and you asked for a pick me up,
Yeah.
and so you were given this, not quite a white powder, but almost like a white like a wrapped cannoli to a degree, with some sort of white filler, and you ate the whole thing. Which fucked you up, sent you up to your room. Timberlake put you up there, and then you woke up about 3 minutes later and started doing shit.
It's like, dude, you're supposed to eat that slowly.
You're not supposed to eat it at all. The wrapping was just that, a wrapping. You're supposed to do stuff for the inside, and you're just like, no, fuck it.
that tracks.
Yep, I rolled for it.
You know, that actually reminds me of the time where I tried to eat the wax covering of a bluebell cheese thing because I didn't know that it was made of wax.
Yeah, I did that too. I came home one time super hammered and I wanted a little Baby Bell cheese and I forgot I had the wax on it. Then I threw all the Baby Bells away because they tasted funny.
That
And I woke
tracks.
up the next morning and I was like, why are all the Baby Bells in the trash can?
Likely they're covered in wax.
So, yeah,
The
I'm
real
gonna
question
just
is, how many
hang
did you go through before you finally threw them all away?
2.
That sounds alright.
It's like maybe it's just the one that tasted funny. Starts biting into the other. Nope, they taste funny. Throw them away.
They fucking taste like candles. This is bullshit.
But yes, Malcolm, during your coked up situation, you found out that every 4 days was the timeline for the attacks, or the disappearances, I should say.
Okay.
Is there anything significant that happens with, like, water levels or
Nope.
faces or anything that happens every 4 days?
Nope, it doesn't track with moon stuff. It doesn't track with tides. Doesn't track with any of that.
So weird. Okay.
However, it does seem to line up with Stephanie's cycle, but
She's a bitch regardless, so.
Shitty cycle every 4 days. Oh my god. Yeah, so what are you boys doing today?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't
So,
know.
well, the fact that they only really appear at night, but I am tempted to ask if there were any strange occurrences at that bar. Maybe maybe those banshee were watching us, but maybe they actually have made their home nearby, or their
Oh, that's a good
origin
idea.
is nearby.
You mean like their phylactery things or whatever their
Oh
like
God,
anchors are?
phylactery.
That's
Like, this is way out of our pay grade,
I was
boys.
nope, nope. Return this quest right now.
Right?
4
Or
liches altogether? Fuck that.
I meant to say anchors, but yeah, that's all I could think of.
So,
Quest just
it
got
is
real
possible.
exciting.
We better get paid way better for this. Oh my god, that would destroy Madronix internally to have to turn in another quest because they couldn't handle it.
But you
And he's
don't
already
understand.
hungover, so it just like would have made it worse.
You guys go pick up another quest, and Madronix just turns it in right away. Oh, we might as well because we can't fucking do any of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going with you and kind of having a look around the place to see if there's anything like out of place or if they collect things that could be, um, I don't know, like you know what I mean, like souvenirs or something
Or even
that could be what
speak
we're
with
looking
one of
for.
the keepers or owners to see if maybe they've noticed anything strange.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I wouldn't want to go poking into people's private stuff, unlike some people I know.
She looks at Malcolm.
Yeah, Halvard. Jeez, what a dick.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Halvard's not here.
Thanks, Nixie Poo.
You're welcome.
So shall we?
Yeah.
I will let you do all the talking. I will actually be quiet this time.
Okay, where are you guys going?
So, well, I guess we're going to see if the bar is open this early in the morning
It is.
or late in the afternoon.
Yeah, it takes on less of a bar atmosphere and more of like a general uh, food prep location, so more restaurant esque during the day.
Can I look around? You said everything's on stilts here, right?
The stuff near the water, yeah.
Is this near the water?
No, this tavern's further in.
Okay. Um, can I look around the base of it anyway, see if I find like crawl spaces or holes or something that I might be able to fit under or in?
Sure, go ahead and make a. Well, I mean, make a perception check. And
Okay.
gotta understand that for a dragonborn's like crawl space wise, um, like you could find a bunch of crawl spaces for your size. But anything
Well, that's what I'm
dragon,
looking for.
yeah, but anything dragonborn, like anything like meant for a dragonborn to crawl space into, is something completely different.
Yeah.
Nix, or not Nix, Halvard said he saw it up in the rafters, right?
Yes.
I will try and climb up there and see if I see anything.
All right. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check first. Taverla, you're finding crawl spaces. Um, looks like, I mean, there are smaller like breaks in boards and um, gaps, especially with wood being anywhere near water. It ends up making things warp over time. So you're finding like little passageways that even for you are some tight squeezes to get through. But nothing insidious, and even the ones that you get into very dust ridden. Like it's not used, and not even like no rats or animal droppings or anything. So it's very deserted.
Nothing looks disturbed or anything like that.
Not that you can tell now.
Okay.
Malcolm, you kind of hop, skip, and jump your way up into the rafters, and one of the Dragonborn's about to say something because you didn't tell them that, hey, I'm going to jump up into your rafters real quick. But luckily, you don't break anything or any of that stuff going on the way up, so they kind of just like look down over at Madronix and goes, if he falls, you can't sue.
Whatever happens to him is his fault.
I'm not taking ownership for my actions. Fine.
Worst leader ever.
But I guess since he's already having a conversation with them.
Yeah. Malcolm, go ahead and roll perception. Go ahead, Nix.
So, I suppose I should apologize. My thinks on the word for a second. Traveling companion is looking for evidence of a creature we are hunting for.
In my bar?
Supposedly, someone caught sight of. I was thinking on it for a moment. Have you heard about the recent banshee activity in the city?
Oh, you mean all the disappearances?
Oh, sorry, you blurped out for me. I missed that entirely.
You talking about all the disappearances?
Yes. Supposedly, these creatures known as banshees are responsible for it, and supposedly someone caught sight of them last night in this establishment. Or, in this case, looking up in the rafters.
He kind of like just looks back up to Malcolm. Well, he's the only thing that's been up there that I know of. So do I? Are you guys like pest control?
We are.
You gotta quote me or something?
We are members of the Iron Earth.
Oh, so like fancy pest control. So do I gotta pay for a service or something?
No.
Hmm. Okay, well if he falls, it's not my fault.
Yes, it will be in fact his fault. He just says without skipping a beat. And although I feel I should ask to have your patrons complained of anything or spoke of anything strange in this area.
Only thing I've heard complaining, at least last night, was some human making an ass of himself in the bar, having to get dragged out by a little girl. He kind of like points his Tamerlane, like starts to like push herself back out of one of the cracks.
see. So then, as far as you know, there have been no, thanks on it, significant problems.
Well, like we've already talked about, the disappearances are a significant problem, but other than that, not really.
And I guess he's going to call up to Malcolm. Are you quite finished up there?
Malcolm, looking around up here, very dusty. Doesn't look like they clean up here very often. The only thing that you notice up here, there aren't footprints, there aren't, smudges in the dust. It's very thick layered. But you do see what looks to be scratches almost throughout the entirety of the upper portion of the rafters here. Not like animal scratches, because usually it would lead to like you seeing a swipe of dust and then the scratch marks, as if like a rat or something is sharpening its claws. These seem to be almost like dug in grooves into the wood, but a bunch of tiny ones all over the place. Other than that, there is no pad swiping marks. It's just a bunch of scratches. You're muted if you're trying to talk. Malcolm's really in deep thought process of what's going on up there.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize I was muted. I was in the middle of packing my bag and I forgot to put it on mute. Hey, Nix, do you want to come up here and take a look at this? And I'll describe what I see.
If you fall up there, you don't sue me.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. No lawsuits. Do you need us to sign a waiver or something like that? Or
Give
we
me
can
a
just have
moment.
verbal agreement?
He goes back into the back, pulls out a piece of paper that says, "If you fall, you don't sue me."
Yeah, okay. I sign my name Halvard.
He looks down at it. He calls you Malcolm, though.
It's a pet name.
Looks back at Nix. Make a deception check.
Me?
Yeah.
I'll sidle up to the
balls,
guy.
that's
Oh
one.
God!
Look, I'm not kink shaming here, but just put your real name.
All right.
What is this kink?
Don't you worry about that. We'll deal with that
I shouldn't
tonight.
be ashamed of it.
I'll sidle up to the guy. I mean, honestly, it would be really funny if they did fall.
That's fine, as long as they don't sue me.
I get it.
I signed. Yeah.
So, after signing, and go ahead and make an acrobatics check, Madronix.
Oh God.
Could I possibly make this an athletics instead?
Seeing as how this is just the rafters, this is more of jumping, swinging, and trying to grab multiple points at once, so it's acrobatics.
Okay.
In your armor.
Well, it's not less about the armor, more just I do not have the ability score for this. But
Oh.
apparently, Mitranix has picked up a few
Fucking
tricks.
Nat
So Madronix
20.
jumps up and backflips and then lands in the rafters next to you.
Nice.
Huh. Even I know I could. Even I didn't know I could do that.
Just in case the Dragonborn barkeep is following you guys underneath and kind of like just kicking chairs and tables out of the way.
But yeah, I guess he. I just like looking into it, like so just the same, just like covered in dust, but like with scratches here and there.
Oh, scratches are all over the place up here.
Hmm.
Like it's so not uniform, but it's so consistent and all over that it kind of, if you weren't looking directly for it, you would just think it's part of the wood up here. Some of the deeper ones go. Some of the longest and deepest scratchings go about 2 to 3 inches long and about a quarter of an inch into the wood. And like I said, it's they look like scratches, but it's more like indents than it is like straight up scratches. Because scratching would infer that like you're scratching against the wood and like shavings are coming off. These are almost like someone took knives and just pushed them into the wood
Hot knife through butter.
to a degree.
Hmm. You are correct. These certainly aren't natural by any creature I've ever seen. And I guess just to be safe, Mithranix is going to close his eyes and open his senses as he uses a divine sense.
Okay. What is that? It's, Fey Fiend Undead.
The Fiend Celestial Undead out to 60 feet, or it could also you can also detect like hallowed areas, positively or negatively hallowed.
Okay. Yeah, within 60 feet of you, you're not garnering any new information.
Opening his eyes. Well, if they were once here, they aren't presently here now. But it does seem that Halvard wasn't just hallucinating.
Well, that's good.
Yes, I was starting to worry for his mental health. You don't need to roll an insight, that's a lie.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Was that sarcasm I detect there, Nixie Poo?
I've been practicing.
I'm so proud of you. I've never been more proud of you.
You boys find anything up there?
The usual ghost scratches, dust, things like that. Normal things you
Oh.
find in the rafters.
Okay. Well, you gonna spend all day up there?
Oh,
Probably shouldn't.
Nick's found something
Bonding?
pretty important up here. He found a sense of humor.
Oh shit! Those are some pretty valuable rafters, I guess.
Anything found up there belongs to the tavern, thank you.
Nix, you're gonna have to turn in that sense of humor before we leave.
Everything has a price.
Just like
Pay for
blinks
your own sense of humor.
just blinks for a moment. Oh, wait, that is a joke, right? Yes.
If he does try to make you pay for your sense of humor, you could always challenge him to combat.
Perhaps on another night. But I will be getting off of these rafters before they collapse under my weight. Or who knows, maybe these raptors are actually really strong. I sincerely don't know.
Well, they're made for Dragonborn, so they're probably pretty sturdy. Nevertheless, colliding impact, Madronix jumps down.
Yeah, I'll get down.
Mhm.
Malcolm pirouettes down.
Well, I didn't find anything, but I'm glad you boys did.
It's hard to say what it all means, but at the very least, we might start our search later tonight somewhere in this general area, then work our way out from there.
Okay. I mean,
Is there
nobody said
anything that
anything about.
banshees are like drawn to?
Mm.
Would anybody know anything about that?
Well, based on all of these disappearances, I could assume what they want is living people.
Banshees are females, right, DM?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was going to say, with my vast knowledge of how to annoy females, would Malcolm be any good at this?
You might find ire.
So scratches, and that's it. Shit. Oh. Um. Well, I just had a thought. If so there was that house that somebody got taken out of apparently, or they disappeared from. Should we check out that place as well and see if there's like the same kind of signs in there?
Hmm. I suppose that would be a possibility, but we don't know where this house was, or if anyone is still living there.
Oh, that is definitely a good point. We could also ask someone. And I will turn to the bartender or the barkeeper, whatever he is. Um, excuse me, sir. I was just wondering. We had heard that there was a disappearance. Somebody disappeared from their house, and we were wondering where that might be.
He kind of like looks down at you. Make a persuasion check.
An 18.
He points a little bit away from the water, but down the same street of the tavern that you guys are currently in. Shultrushish. He was a heavy drinker. Good customer.
And where he is pointing, can I see that there's a specific place that he's pointing to, or
Well, seeing as though you guys are inside, no.
I thought.
But he would tell you it's about half a block down, on the right. Probably the one with the children in the front yard.
Okay. Was he married or with
At,
partner? I'm sorry.
at one time, yes.
Okay. And did he leave anybody behind, or is it just abandoned now? I don't mean to. I don't mean to insult anybody by prying.
Yes, he had a family.
Okay. Okay, then we will tread lightly.
He just nods.
And thank you very much for that information. I really appreciate that.
Just goes back to situating the tables and chairs that he had moved out of the way just in case you guys had fallen from the rafters.
Well, shall we go check it out then?
Yes, it does appear to be the next logical location.
All right. Then I will walk out.
Okay. Heading down the street, over to the building in question. It does have 3 dragonborn children. I would say smaller, but for Tamberley, they are larger than you.
Probably.
Looks like 2 of them are taking turns shooting some sort of crossbow at each other and trying to dodge out of the way in time. Some being successful, some not.
Wait, they're playing a game where they're shooting each other with crossbows?
They're blunted arrows, but yes.
That's awesome.
And it looks like an older, what would be considered like late teenager dragonborn is sort of overseeing them from the front porch. Looks like he's fixing some sort of netting. You all kind of approach and awkwardly stand outside the gate. The 2 younger ones shooting the crossbows at each other don't really give a shit. But the older one's kind of staring at you guys and waiting for someone to talk.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Is there something I can do for you, or is it just you like looking?
I totally drew a blank as to why we came over. It just left my mind.
We were going to look for more of those scratch marks.
So
Oh. Yeah.
Veteranix will just go ahead and shout. We are guild members of the Iron Hearth investigating the recent disappearances.
Good for you. You want a cookie?
Do you have one?
No, go get it.
Why would you offer a cookie if you don't have one?
I didn't say I was offering cookie. I just asked if you wanted a cookie.
I want a cookie.
Go get it.
Do you know any good places to get a cookie?
Yeah, back where you came from.
I don't know if they had cookies at that bar.
I'm sure wherever you came from, human, there's cookies there. Probably the best cookies you've ever had, right?
Probably not.
Would you like to know?
So,
I still love you all standing there staring at us. Can you help you with anything else?
I twitch. So, would we be able to ask you any questions about the disappearance of... Thinking on it. The head of this household?
If you're talking about my uncle,
Would they still be the head of the household, or would it be the former head of the household?
if you're talking about my uncle, he was no head of household, I can tell you that. And you being able to ask questions, I guess, comes down to more of a... If you're able to ask questions, that's more of a you question than it is a an us question.
Okay,
Whether or not we'll answer it is a whole other question.
See, there it is. That's what I think my friend was getting at. Would you be willing to answer some questions?
No. Pleasure doing business with you now. Go ahead and piss off.
All right, next, kill him.
Question.
I'm just kidding.
Shusanan. Go ahead and fire at him. And the 2 kids just turn their crossbows and just start letting loose. the equivalent of like wooden Nerf guns as you guys just start getting thunk, 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 thunk.
So Mithronix will look at the children. You need to offer your shoulder more support, or else your aim will be faulty.
Then 2 arrows thunk, thunk, directly to your forehead.
See, it worked when they took your advice.
Delightful children.
One of them. I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
Like a spider monkey.
That's basically
up on Mountain Dew.
that's basically what these 2 kids are.
They climbed a mountain to get something to drink?
Oh, Talladega Nights, you were a gem.
Thank God I never saw it. Well then, that apparently will not do. Any other ideas?
Did I steal money?
Yes.
Okay.
What, do you have a whole bunch?
I just looked at my I was like, I think I've got like 5 gold, and I looked and I was like, oh, I have more than 5 gold.
I hate to bring this up, but the last time we left Halvard alone this long, a pig got slaughtered. So, I will
This
leave
time
you
he doesn't
to.
have a pig for
Speaking of,
slaughtering.
Oh God!
Halvard,
Oh dear.
as you are practicing next to the waves, a sea pig, also known as a manatee, comes barreling out, and no, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
And body checks you into the sand.
Body checks you and grabs your pike and starts running somehow through the town, using your pike to destroy things as you chase it.
Yes. Even out here, I cannot escape my curse of the pigs.
Everyone has their own BBEG to deal with.
Yeah.
Yours is swine.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, pretty consistent out here. You found a quiet spot to practice. So there's no fishing boats here. There's no skiffs or anything like that. It's a decently empty plot of beachfront property that you're currently tai chiing in front of.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
Yep.
No pigs in sight.
Looks over to the ocean. Well, maybe I should go for a swim. Maybe in like an hour.
About 4 distant voices in your head say, "Don't do it." One sounds like Tamberlay, one sounds like Madronix, one sounds like Malcolm, one sounds like Fez, but the Fez one is kind of like, meh, maybe.
I don't know. Normally when they tell me not to do something, it's because...
You shouldn't do it.
No, it's because they're trying to kill all the fun.
We'll put a pin in it, come back to it.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in it.
Back to the group.
So I'm thinking that I'm gonna go check up on him.
All your spider senses tingle.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
So
And I
we
could do
won't
is-
learn much from this particular source. It
Yeah.
doesn't take an expert to know that this one doesn't want their uncle to be found.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head over to the beach anyway, just in case. If y'all want to join me, you can. But
Don't forget your bathing suit
I'm wearing it already.
and sunscreen.
Sunscreens for sissies.
You know,
Did Hal-
if you
Flash
determined,
forward.
I will come with you.
Flash forward 20 sessions. Tamberlay passes away from melanoma.
No, she doesn't stay out that long. She just does it real for a little bit and then covers up. She's not like that.
I don't know. Halvard feels like the pasty white one. I feel like he's the one I should have
Yeah.
told to wear sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's out there playing in the water, and then like at the end of the session, he's gonna be rolling at disadvantage.
Just everything.
Ow.
You go to like swing your pike, and it's like roll at double disadvantage. It's like, this motion hurts. My armor's touching my skin.
To be fair, I think he'd only be burned out his face because he covers everything else mostly.
Look, coming from a pasty white dude who got sunburnt wearing a shirt one time, under the shirt,
Yep.
that's how pasty I imagine Halvard is.
Yeah, don't wear white. Fortunately, Halvard is immune to sunburns.
Oh,
Really?
how handy.
Yeah, thanks to his wizard stuff.
Out of all the immunities you could have, man, sunburns.
You know what? You joke, but
No, I don't. It sounded like I was speaking in jest. If I could be immune to sunburns, I would be a happy person.
it's called being black.
Well, they get sunburned too. Don't worry.
Just in their lighter areas.
I think that's cause for worry.
But no, because of your ink skinning situation, Halvard, you are immune to sunburns. So
All right.
But it also means that you'll never tan.
exactly,
Oh, that's
Oh, that's great.
tragic.
you are perpetually Twilight.
Wonderful.
No, more like, oh my gosh, vampires.
Oh, God.
Who is this Dracula you speak of?
No, we're not talking about him. We're talking about Edward.
Edward Cullen.
Oh my gosh,
Right.
Bella.
Ugh.
Oh, I
no,
know. Hold
for
on.
the last
As
time,
Halvard
I'm
looks
not
out to
a
the ocean,
vampire.
as Halvard looks out to the ocean, a large ship starts playing, and sitting at the helm is a red-cloaked, red-hatted individual with bright orange sunglasses,
Oh
and
god.
music starts playing.
I hate that I get that. No, I don't hate that I get that reference.
Anyway,
Ugh.
Tamberlay, you make your way over to the beach, and Halvard's over there doing some. You're expecting him to be training with his pike and whatnot, and he's over there like just meditating in the
wood.
corner.
I'll walk up. Wow, this is the longest I've seen you sit still. Period. I mean, except when you're passed out on the floor.
We're being dragged across the ground.
This is to help maintain concentration when under duress, such as pain, stab wounds, and various other things.
Okay.
And you see that
So-
he is sitting on a very sharp seashell.
You're
Well, I
so
can see
lucky
that
it's
it looks like
Tamberlake, because if you would have said that, Malcolm would have been like, all right, we'll test it. And I would have thrown a dagger at you.
I will
Sneak attack.
relay what we found, or what Malcolm and Nick's found in
Mm-hmm.
the tavern.
Scritches up in the ceiling.
Right. So it looks like they're scoping things out, or they hang out up there and like pick their victims from whoever drinks there, or I don't know. But we also tried going to the guy's house that where it went through the walls and took him out of his house, I guess, or something, and he disappeared. But they weren't really in a talking mood. So
Unfortunate.
yeah.
When I
mean-
passed out while watching the banshees, were they looking like at me or at like someone else?
Seeing as how you were the one that just fell backwards and slammed into the ground right before you passed out, they were looking at you.
All right. Well, if it helps, either it was because I caused a loud commotion, or so they were actually tracking me, but they were looking at me before I passed out.
Oh, do you think they're going to come after you then?
Possibly.
I mean, it'd be
Sounds like we're
convenient.
gonna use
You don't have
Halbert
to
as
go searching them anyway.
bait.
Yeah, right. Use use the squishy character as bait. Great.
Wait, does this mean that Halbert has to put on a dragon suit?
Why does that mean that exactly?
Find a dragonborn to kill.
Oh,
Halvard's getting out his skinning supplies.
Halbert's
Oh,
taxidermy.
There's an awful mouthy teenage dragonborn you guys could use.
yes, there is.
so find out anything else?
No, not really, not right now. They may be Malcolm and Nick's may be looking for something else. I don't know. I didn't have any other ideas, so thought I'd come and check in with you.
I don't know why, but when you said that we were looking for something else, I just imagined Malcolm and Nix as like felt cutouts in an episode of Blue's Clues.
Blues could do, we can too.
Yeah, like all of a sudden, like there's kids in the background, like look a clue, and then Nix being like, "Where do you see this clue?"
There it is, there it is.
Draws a sword.
Malcolm runs
Come
up
here,
to the
Clue.
camera. Does the whole arm through and picks up the little cardboard cutout. It's mail.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail.
Mail.
Nix punches him in the face.
Misses, catches the throat, and that's what makes it do the whole.
Thanks, Nix. I don't know what came over me. I think I was cursed.
He was possessed for a moment.
It's those fucking banshees, man.
But anyway, thanks. I was actually thinking about going for a swim later. So if you don't see me here, I might be out there. And he just points out in the general vicinity of the ocean.
All right. I guess I would ask somebody if it's safe first. Like there could be something in the water that isn't good for swimming. Like that will kill you.
Well, then I'll just try to kill it.
Solid logic.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll leave you to it then, and I will head back to the outpost.
Prepares the D6s.
So you try to kill it.
Okay, so Temperley, you go back to the Ironhearth outpost. Are you trying to
Yeah.
talk to anybody, or you're just chilling there?
Just chilling for now.
All right, Malcolm, Madronix.
We're just having a good time, following leads and finding clues.
That's what I'm here for.
What?
No,
leads are
we
you
don't-
following?
See that blue dog running by.
We
It
had a
jumped
blue
into
pig.
another picture. What the fuck?
I've never seen this sort of creature before. It is clearly a formidable enemy.
What if there's just like multiples of them instead of just like a singular one that keeps surviving? Like you just kill one and there's another one appears.
Turns out Blue is a blink dog.
Well, you've heard of blink
I was
dogs,
literally thinking
and
the
then there's this other new type of dog.
It was eating those melons. I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah. So, are you guys doing anything in particular, or just chasing the imaginary blue dog around?
God, those are good drugs.
Yep.
I mean,
Try to
we want to
puff the
go back
magic
and
dragon, but blue the magic dog.
do we want to go back and try and convince that shitty fucking kid to talk to us?
Hmm.
And bribery is a very valid tactic.
The last time I tried this bribery tactic, I insulted a proud and strong individual.
Okay, well, I guess we're not going to do that then. You and your moral ethics.
Him and my, I'm sorry, Madronic's son is what?
Moral.
You and your morals.
Moral? No, I just think it's a waste of time.
However, we're getting a little bit of breath there.
Nope, sorry.
It was immersion. That was the wind. And the wind died down.
The wind at the sea. Well, I guess we'll.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that child will be forthcoming about details. I think he actually even wishes that his uncle were dead.
Well, I mean, who doesn't wish their uncle was dead every once in a while?
Right. So what's the plan?
Swim.
I guess. Would we have any other leads that we could follow up on?
None in particular, really. Like at least as far as like no proper noun leads.
Yeah, none that you guys have gathered.
Do we want to try and go cause some mischief?
So, Blinks, what do you mean by mischief?
I mean, not mischief, but maybe try and gain access to things that might hold the secrets that we need without permission.
Madronix thinks on this for a moment. Go ahead and make a persuasion. I want to see what happens.
I mean, some would say burglary.
Beanie.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh my
Sweet.
god.
You just sweet talked your way into Madronix's pants.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Madronix just gave me all of his stuff and signed up for a multi-level marketing company.
He responded to your Nigerian prince email.
Madronix is now selling Scentsy candles.
He sells Avon.
Oh god.
Nice. doTERRA
Madronix-
essential oils.
Like Madronix thinking for a moment. Well, if we're not going to be able to get things through the proper channels, then the only other channel left is other means.
Alternative methods.
So how do we go about this mischief?
Where do you think we can get the most information? What if we broke into their house and looked for clues? Seems like a bad idea.
I was gonna say you are asking the one person who is basically anti-burgle where to burgle.
I've got it. What if we went back and you distracted that kid while I looked around his house to see if I found any clues? Maybe there's some scratches on the outside of his house.
Hmm. That is a possibility.
I am trying to say burgle as much as possible without saying burgle. Burgle is such a strong word.
Allow yourself into without permission.
Unrequested gainful entry.
So is that what we're doing?
Yeah, sure.
This is the slowest persuasion ever.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna go back to the kid's house. I'm gonna look around on the outside. Look around on the outside.
Okay. So pulling up before you getting to the actual place, Malcolm kind of darts away and out of sight. As Madronix, you pull up. The two kids still out front, and the teenager are on the porch still. Oh yay! You're back.
Yes, I have returned.
Dunk, dunk. As two arrows hit your side of your head.
Looks to the first one. That was a very good shot. Looks to the other one. You missed a vital part of the area.
Dunk, and then all of a sudden, as one of the arrows seems to be coated with something wet.
I'm curious. What does he see?
Well, it's moist enough that it's stuck to you, so now you have like this small blunted crossbow bolt with like mud-like material stuck to the end of it. With a foul smell.
Oh,
You little kids.
Just takes that one and lets it drop to the ground.
The kid's just smiling at you as he starts to load another bolt. So is it something I can help you with, or do you just like being target practice?
So, well, if my Master Morgaine had taught me anything, is that practicing in any given moment is the best way to become a true warrior.
Just blinks at you.
Did you not have a master?
Okay, boys, start loading the real bolts. The two kids kind of like look at each other like, really? And they go running into the house.
It's about time they practice with real weapons.
So are you just a sadist, masochist? What's going on here?
I don't really know what either of those two terms mean, but I do believe education is very important for a growing warrior.
So you're here just to annoy? Is that what I'm getting?
How can I annoy by just simply standing here?
Dad! Malcolm, during this time.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm
So
I'm not.
To give you an
I don't
idea
wanna
of the
say-
house, so you know what you're getting into.
I don't want to say I'm casing the joint, but I'm casing the joint.
Okay. This house is slightly separated from other houses. The yard is fenced in. 1 second. But the gate to the front fence is open. There is no gate to the back. It looks like this house is single floor only. Probably 4 to 5 bedroom.
Okay.
So it stretches out wide. It looks like there's 2 doors that lead to the back. 1 door that leads to the front. One of the doors looks like it probably leads to a kitchen. In the backyard, plenty of different things, clotheslines and other random household accessories that would be in a backyard. Gardening supplies and things like that. But like I said, there is no back gate. So getting into the backyard in any way, shape, or form would require jumping the fence. Which it isn't a tall fence, it's just like a picket fence, so only a few feet off the ground. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can do. Perception. Not great.
Currently looking around, it looks like both of the back doors are open. Other than that, since everything's first floor, there's a couple windows there's 3 windows. So far left, middle between the 2 doors, and far right, the one between the 2 doors seems to be where the kitchen's at. At one point, as you're like sort of starting to case the joint, you see the 2 kids run inside and disappear into the right rooms. That's all you see.
Okay.
Before you hear "Dad,"
Oh, fuck.
and then you didn't notice him, but laying down in the backyard in the grass, not too far away from you, a very large dragonborn kind of and rolls over and pushes himself off the ground. And you're seeing a very decently tall, as far as Madronix being your main average for dragonborn. About the same height, but just built bigger. And he is a copper dragonborn.
Okay.
And he's that, like, your group of friends, and then you have that one friend that if you brought someone new to the group and you're like, hey, look at all of us and figure out which one went to prison. And you're like, oh, the guy that didn't skip chest day? Yeah, that guy. As the dad pushes himself up and in a much deeper voice, what is it? Madronix, you just hear this kind of cascade from somewhere around the house.
Well, sure. I'm gonna try and talk to the guy. Why am I gonna case the joint? I couldn't get answers from the kid. His dad seems like a charming young man.
You hear the kid's voice again, says, someone's up here to train. And Malcolm, as you're decently close, but it doesn't seem that he's noticed you. He rolled shit on his perception. You hear the most ungodliness of cracks as he's like cracks his neck. You would swear that it's like the sound of someone snapping the spine on a dog. Just a solid.
Oh, God.
The loud and reverberating enough to where it kind of sends that shiver down your spine. You're like, ooh, no. And he starts walking towards the house.
Excuse me, sir.
Kind of stops and turns around. And just kind of gives you an eyebrow.
Yeah, I know. probably don't want to talk to me. Um, I know the person who wants to train, and I am more than willing to bet that he would be more than happy to train with you. But can I ask you a couple of questions?
He kind of walks over to the fence and puts his hands on the top portions of the picket fence. Kind of just leans over.
So, my friends and I, we're working with the Iron Hearth trying to figure out all these disappearances that have been happening, and there was a gentleman, might not be the right term, your son? Doesn't seem to have been a huge fan of him, who used to live here that was one of the people who disappeared. And I was just wondering if you could give me any information of like maybe weird things that might have happened before, if he might have said anything that sounded kind of crazy, like maybe he saw something, you know, maybe I could help jog your memory somehow. And I'll put 5 gold on the fence.
He kind of like looks down at the 5 gold. And out of his mouth drips this very green liquid that just starts to burn away at one of the gold pieces. He kind of looks back up at you. He was worthless. Better off missing. Guys, that's enough.
Hey, I'm not necessarily looking for him specifically. We're trying to stop non-worthless people from disappearing.
He just looks at you and squints and leans in just a little bit more. Only the weak and worthless will disappear.
That's a way of looking at it. Also, you know, the weak and not yet proven may disappear as well. And I would hate for somebody who may have grown to be a great warrior not get that chance because of a cowardly creature that hides in the shadows.
They have to be tested at some point.
True, but they should also have the opportunity to at least understand prior to their testing or know of the test that's going to happen. Potentially. Not necessarily the exact date and time and location, but like, you know, like, hey, there's going to be a testing. Because it would be awful if these creatures, say, stole a baby in the middle of the night.
He looks at you and turns and said, if baby gets stolen, seems the parents were worthless.
Does that mean that the child should be punished?
He would have grown up worthless as well.
Not necessarily.
Don't
Not with the right
bother me
master.
with this talk. You talk like woman. Ask my woman for talk. I have to go to my son.
Can I talk to your wife?
He kind of just growls in a different language as he starts to turn away. And you see out of one of the doors an even taller dragonborn. As she has to, like, dip her head through the already larger door frames that dragonborns have made for themselves. Because dragonborn females are usually taller. And she kind of, like, looks out. It seems that she's got blood all over her hands. It looks like she's currently in the process of probably skinning, gutting, and getting some sort of meal ready. And as walking by, the dad says, There's a talker for you at the gate. As he kind of just points a claw in your direction as he goes through the house past her. Madronix. The son yells out for his father. Says that there's someone here who wants to train. And after that, the kid gets up, taking his net and such, and moving off to the side out of the way of the door.
Well, you're getting a free training session, Madranix.
So, well, I guess I didn't necessarily ask, like, is this, like, was this entryway actually, like, gated in any way? Or was it just open this entire
Yeah, no,
time?
like I said, the yard is gated, and the front gate to the yard is open. Which is where I'm
Okay,
guessing you're
I must have
standing
missed
at.
that part.
Yeah, I said it during when I was telling Malcolm what he's dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it might be entirely possible that my earbuds also skipped over certain bits. Like,
No
if
worries.
they've been choppy, I might have to reconnect them at some point. But anyway, Intronix will just, I guess the best way to describe it is accept the invitation and move forward.
Yeah, as you see, coming out currently from the entryway, a very barrel-chested, jacked individual dragon, copper dragonborn, comes out. Stands at the top of the step and kind of looks down at you. You the one I'm here to train with?
That would be me, yes.
Alright, let me pull up his stuff.
Level 17 barbarian.
He's not a barbarian.
It was a joke.
He's just not going to wear armor. Even the playing field a bit.
And I guess I imagine this is how he would have learned to do so, but Midrinix would take his free hand, hold it over his chest, Midrinix, warrior and paladin of Volmir.
One second, I'm just looking for this dude. I have him somewhere. I've got a lot of characters I'm sifting through right now. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, I think I found him. I really gotta go through my characters and put the names to these. Alright. So this guy's name is Yiltek. So you said Madronix Volmir, and he goes, as he's stepping down the steps, he goes, Yiltek, no god. As he
Arming.
as he gets the last step, he sort of reaches towards the ground, and as he pulls his hand up, you see this large iron battle axe come out of the ground, wreathed in almost black flame smoke. You immediately recognize this. This is an Oathbreaker paladin.
And they would be drooling over that axe.
And that ass.
Probably.
He looks at you and goes, "Don't worry. I won't kill you." Alright, go ahead and roll initiative.
Well, I guess I'll have to put my conversation with his wife on hold.
Nope. While that's going
Not for
on,
very long.
Malcolm. The wife walks to the back fence. She grabs one of the looks to be some sort of hanging cloth from the laundry line and starts wiping her hands. Just immediately turning that entire cloth just crimson. Something I can help you with?
Yeah, maybe. So there was a guy who lived here who was one of the people who disappeared in the string of disappearances that's happened.
Yeah, my brother.
Okay. All right. Do you have any information about anything that might have happened leading up to that?
He was an
he acting-
asshole.
I mean, I get called an asshole a lot too. So hopefully they're not just targeting assholes. But was he saying anything weird or unusual or acting strange in any way, shape, or form? Did he say he was seeing things in the ceiling or the walls or
Nope, just as usual, asshole self.
any weird claw marks in your house?
No. Madronix, you're up first. He gets to the bottom of the steps away from the steps up to the front door a little bit, has the battle axe over one shoulder, and kind of just waits for you.
Well, I guess since he made a point of, no God, I think he would have reason to do it in this way. I guess as he raises his own sword, and as his hand burns, and just as he comes in for making his first attacks, I so swear by the blade of my sword, my enemy before me shall be no more. As he uses his channel divinity.
Okay.
And now, don't get me wrong, I'm still fully expecting to get absolutely destroyed, but he is committed to this training session.
Go for it.
For 21 to hit.
That
The
hits.
first one. For 12.
Roger
The
that.
second strike. The natural 20.
That
You know what? Just so he has a strong showing, even though mechanically I know I really shouldn't do this because we're going to have a hard fight soon, but he'll go ahead and put the Divine Smite into that.
Okay, first off the first hit, it's going to go ahead and be in Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, that's fair.
So deck save?
Where are you? There you are. Wait, no, that's a dex check. Not that it's much different. And by not much different, I mean absolutely not different.
Okay, so that's 15 points of fire damage.
Where are you? There you are. There's that. And then...
Oh, sorry. It's gonna roll it, but don't worry about it.
Okay, so first roll that. So then 16 plus, and this one will be at level 2 just because it's a strong showing. So that will be... Oh, damn it. I have to roll it manually. As well as 34 points of radiant damage.
Okay. 16, 34, so 50.
Yeah. So like again, like strong showing, just like feeling the need to maybe not necessarily defend his god, but definitely represent him. Just like
Yeah, no, it's
putting
fine.
his full force into that singular second attack, like finding the opening he was looking for.
Gotcha. All right. So, back to Malcolm. You hear Madronic scream on the other side of the the house.
He's probably okay. I mean, outside of him being an asshole, like, it doesn't seem like there's any concern that he disappeared or any worry.
Would you really be worried if an asshole disappeared?
Betting on the asshole.
So I think you can understand that probably we don't care about this asshole.
Just trying to find out what it was that made that asshole disappear so that non-assholes don't disappear.
Nothing out of the ordinary here. Can't help you, really.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll go back towards the front to let Nix know what I've found.
Okay. So now it's his turn. Sorry, I haven't played a paladin in a while. Especially an Oathbreaker. So as you lay your weapon into him and pull out, a nice gushing of blood happens. Kind of like looks down at it and gives a smile. And he's gonna lay on hands himself. And pretty much that entire wound seems to heal back up. Five over. Okay. A little damage is still left over. You can see where the wound was, but the majority of it seemed to close back up. He kind of just gives you a smile. Very good.
And you are quite resilient yourself.
Go ahead, give me another. And he's gonna end his turn.
All right, so then going in for the first attack, only 15 to hit.
That does it because he doesn't have his armor on.
For 10 slashing. And then 20 to hit
20 hits.
for additional 12 slashing.
Okay, so 21. Another Hellish Rebuke coming at you. So deck save.
Not that it would have saved me anyway, but it really hurts sometimes not being a level 6 paladin. Anyway.
7, 13. 19. So he's upcasting this one. That's going to make it a 26 points of fire damage. Just every time you make these solid contacts, just flame jumps down up your arm, just scorching your arms. Alright, so 21 points of damage. Okay. And your turn?
Yeah, that would be all that Nyx could do.
Roger that. Alright, bringing it to his turn. Fortunate thing for paladins, a lot of it's all action stuff.
But yeah, usually paladins go out looking for things to do with their bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. So he kind of like slaps his battle axe and goes, "My turn." All right. So, first attack. That is.
I mean, also, it won't be hard at this point to knock him, but
that is a 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
Okay. First one is that's not a D8, it's a D10 because he's dual wielding or double fisting. It's 12 points of damage.
All right. Oh, I typed the wrong number in. Come on.
And since
All right, just telling you now that after that first attack, like between both of the burns,
yeah,
and that single strike, like Mithranix is still struggling, but he is out of pride, maintaining his stance.
Gotcha. Second one is a +8, so that makes it an 18.
And an 18 meets.
Okay.
Right now he is sitting at 2 hit points.
All right, yeah, just the modifier alone is enough. So, with the second swing of the great axe after the fire that has been wreathing you, you go down. But shortly thereafter, he's going to give you a cure wounds to bring you back up. So, Malcolm, as you walk around the gate, as the mother dragonborn is keeping an eye on you, you hear Madronix scream out once more, and then you hear an interesting, different type of metal against something. And as you're coming around the corner, you see as Madronix goes down. And the barrel-chested dragonborn goes over to Madronix and reaches down and gives him a little bit of a black fire cure wounds.
As Mithranix wakes from unconsciousness, getting his wits about him, I guess like looking up from the ground.
He'll give you another cure wounds. As he like grabs your hand and helps you up to your feet.
So he takes it.
The smoke and fire around his battle axe is quieted down, and he's now relegated it to a sling over his right shoulder. Not bad, but you gotta know sometimes it's not always best to immediately go in for the fight.
So Medronix will, out of courtesy, well, I'm not sure if maybe this would actually be a courtesy, but like, he sort of as he like gets up, he takes his blade, sinks it into the ground, like gets into a kneeling position. I thank you for your wisdom. You honor me with your battling prowess.
He kind of like waves you off and don't worry, just more training. As he starts to turn around and go back inside.
Just gets back up, takes a sword out of the ground, resheaths it.
To be fair, he was a level 9 paladin.
Well, looks like you made a friend.
So, one thing to always know, Malcolm, is that the journey to become a better warrior is never ending. There is always more to learn, especially from those who are much stronger than you.
I'll take your word on that.
Now, if only Halvard could learn that lesson, as he just starts walking out the front gate.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
So is there anything else you guys would like to do?
No.
I think at this point, Mithronix would take the time to go back to the hearth and take the time to rest and recover from his recent bout.
Short rested up, got it.
I guess I'll go.
I mean, you guys are actually early enough. You could get a long rest in before tonight's adventures.
I'll go find Tamberlay and Halvard.
Just so you know, Redronix, if you do long rest now, you won't be able to long rest tonight. So I'll let you decide whether you want to short or long rest it.
I think I will short rest. In the end, I only burned a single level 2 spell slot.
Okay.
And I used no other resources worth spending a long rest, so.
Alright, no worries. Oh yeah, you get your channel or your divine thing on the short rest.
Yeah. Again, that's like basically the only thing I lost for the day was a level 2 spell slot. Which,
Gotcha.
granted, isn't insignificant, but...
Yeah. Alright, cool. Tamberlay, is there anything that you wanted to do while waiting at the Iron Hearth?
Really?
Just
Hanging out, waiting.
enjoy watching Wuldar clean up the mess that was this morning's disaster
Oh
show.
no, I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't hang out for that. I'd go out front and hang out if he was still doing that.
Easy enough to do. Yeah, it's just
I'd rather
him,
not.
so he's got to clean up all the food, then he's got to clean up the mess, and
I mean, I might even help him just because I don't have anything better to do.
he would just hand you the buckets to go dump out the back.
Oh yeah, I'd do that.
You kind of ask, like, where should I dump? And he just basically says, into the water.
All right.
And as soon as you do so, like, a bunch of these, like, little tiny fish can be seen flopping around, eating all that goodness.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
How the hell did that happen?
Are you, Malcolm, are you following Nick's back
Okay,
first,
anyway.
or...
Yeah, like I said, I was gonna go look for you and Halvard, more specifically you.
Okay. Yeah. If I see you guys come in... Wow, you look like you got the shit beat out of you.
No, I'm
Weren't you just...
fine actually.
No, I was talking to Nick as he walked by.
I know.
It's a training.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Halberd was doing that too, and then he decided to... Well, I'm waiting to see what happens, because he decided to go for a swim.
Let me get this straight. Somebody who just completely dehydrated themselves in pure vomit has decided to go for a swim.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, he
Well-
got very hydrated by Woldar.
That's why they call us bad decisions. I can't deny.
I mean, I'm waiting for him to come back if he comes back.
We may need to start putting out a new ad for a new member.
Maybe.
Start recruiting a new wizard.
With any luck, that might qualify us to change our name.
Oh, we gotta keep the name. Especially if we lose a member to swimming.
Yeah, that would... Yeah.
Eye
When was-
twitches.
When was the last time he ate? Is he gonna die from a cramp?
Doesn't really matter when he
No.
ate. He fucking upchucked everything he had in his
Yeah.
stomach.
All he's had is water.
That's fair.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to check on him, he's at the beach.
Speaking of the bravest of the group, Halvard. Gotta make sure Halvard didn't fall asleep.
Alvy poo.
Oh, if he has fallen asleep, that means I get to do all sorts of things.
He shouldn't fall asleep. He's got to leave in like a half an hour.
It's,
Well, he
And
said he had to
so,
leave for work
Halvard-
things. I didn't know if he meant like he's got to leave to get sleep for work.
Overrated.
Halvard! Buddy boy. Someone give him a nice little ping.
Halvard, if you want me to make all executive decisions about your character, say absolutely nothing.
Halvard, don't worry. Malcolm's gonna help out.
Halvard's going to come back with the understanding of what an enema is.
Don't worry, I'll RP his character. He drowned.
The end.
We only find his... Oh, wait, no, he didn't summon back his familiar, so they can't
Yep.
help him.
No. He didn't drown in the deep water.
Shallow pool.
He went to go and dive under a wave in the shallow spot. Cracked his neck right there at the beach.
Nope, just fell asleep face down.
He's just face down, ass up in the surf.
Okay.
No, I got
well,
it.
with
The
him-
reason why he went swimming was to actually go find a manatee so that he could kill it and skin it and wear it for the next mission.
He got
Right.
Steve Irwin.
Wait, I saw something. Is Halvard there?
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
morning.
there you are.
How are you?
Oh, what happened?
We've been trying to contact you for the last couple minutes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we need you to roll that con save against the Banshee.
Oh.
Not quite,
What happened?
but you went swimming.
You went swimming.
I see.
We're coming back to you swimming.
Right.
Are you awake enough for this?
Yep, I am. Sorry, I just got distracted for a moment.
No worries.
It's all right.
I was just gonna RP for you. So
And what was your RP?
you were face down, ass up in the surf.
So we can either go
Let's
with that,
see.
Halvard, or we can go ahead and go on with that. What actually happens?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to scoot on over to my character sheet over here. Can you
command walks
see
by.
the roles I do in D&D?
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yes,
So
I
come
have
on,
the
see.
game log.
D&D Beyond.
It's D&D. All right. So Halvard, you go out
Oh.
swimming.
Oh, wait. Did I actually have to make a con save?
No,
Oh, okay.
that was just affected with you.
Luckily,
But they're about to come go see where you're at, and during this
Mhm.
time, you have gone swimming. Go
Right.
ahead and, well, since you already made a con save,
oh,
you actually needed a con save.
Mm-hmm.
And I need an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics as well. All right. Of course. 5.
All right. So you're swimming along, and then all of a sudden, something tugs at your right ankle. You try to
What?
yank and swim out of it, but it's just too much constitution for you to, and you end up cramping a little bit, seizing you up. Whatever's got you by the ankle is not letting go as you start to slowly fade into the water. As the water overtakes you and you start to fall beneath its depths, you try to wiggle and maneuver out of the grip of whatever is holding you, and you just cannot do it. The grip is too tight.
Can I at least take a look at what's trying to drag me down?
Give me a perception
That has
check.
me. All right.
Hear that, Highness? Those are the shrieking eels.
14.
It looks like you have swam directly into some sort of fishing net as you went swimming in a fishing village water.
I like to imagine this all happened in like not that deep of water, and there's a kid standing next to him, like, just stand up, Mister.
Not quite. So you are currently wrapped around the ankle of a net.
All right. I want to try to currently get my foot out and try to untangle myself from the net.
Okay, make a dexterity check.
All right.
I'd love it if you fail to the point where Malcolm has to come in and save you.
14.
It's too tight. You've wrapped yourself around just a little bit too much.
Tears. All right. Let's see.
Luckily, you have a decently high con, so you're holding your breath for a while.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to figure out what he would do next. He's underwater, so he can't use verbal components, right?
Yep. You can, but that means you'll immediately start drowning.
Right.
Because you basically use your air to do a casting.
And how far is he from the surface at this point?
Since you've been grabbed, you've gone down about 10 feet around, so right now you're at about 30 feet underneath the water.
All right. Let's see. All right, he's going to make one more attempt to just loosen his foot from the net.
All right, dex check.
No, yeah, 12.
Nope. It's still too tight. Starting to cut off the circulation to your foot.
This is what I get for having +1 dex, apparently.
Yeah,
All right.
that's the cause.
Which is weird because you wear medium armor, so I would hope it would be at least a 2. Anyway.
I was planning on making it next level or next ability score increase or the ability score increase after, if you made it that far.
Some high expectations.
He made it
Mm-hmm.
that far. I like how you just like anticipate your character's death.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it would be dumb of me to not. So,
Now you're 40 feet down.
Sentient net?
yeah. He's just going. I'm going to use second level spell slot, or let's see, is it first or second? Yeah, second level spell slot to Misty Step out of the net.
Okay. Straight up.
Yeah.
All right. So, uh, you appear just below the surface of the water, displacing a large portion of it. And Malcolm, as you've come out to the water, you see the pike sticking into the ground where Halvard had left it as he went swimming to signify his point to return to. And as you look out into the water, you just see what looks like a small, tiny little explosion happen underneath the surface of the water about a good 100 feet out.
Oh, I can only guess what's causing that.
Halvard, you're close enough to the surface where you can kind of. Oh my god, I completely forgot the name of. Baywatch your way out of the water.
Mm-hmm. I just sort of wave and swim over.
Actually, if I could just have a brief moment, Mithronix, just seeing an explosion off in the distance, just sinks his longsword into the sand and starts preparing a eulogy.
Well, you'd actually give a eulogy for Halvard?
I'm a Drynix eulogy. It's not going to be nice.
Here I am to speak of a bravely stupid individual.
Who are you
Who was
talking
so
about?
bold. Oh. Pulls the sword back out from the sand.
So, hey, what's up? Wow, you all really came over here for little old me?
No, we came over here for the ocean.
Fair enough.
And checking on you as a byproduct of that.
Listen, there's no pig this time.
Well,
As you see a pig carcass slowly floating across the water.
it's not that I'm worried that you're going to kill a pig. It's you have a tendency to have things happen around you.
I'm not following.
Right, but they follow you.
What?
And I'm just going to walk away.
Huh. Well then, man, he just picks up his pike. If you're here for a swim, just let it be known. There's fishing nets around. You can get your foot caught.
In the fishing village?
Yeah.
Thanks for the warning, bud. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Why do I want to like have Mithronix just like slightly turn his head and there's just like a boldened sign on the beach saying
Beware of nets.
danger.
No swimming.
Yes, the no swimming sign.
It's got a picture of a stick figure with his foot stuck in a net drowning.
To be fair, it's in Draconic.
Not the pictogram.
Nope.
Huh. That man
Mithronix
appears to
would
be...
point at the sign. What did you think that meant, Halvard?
I look over at the sign. Oh no, I can't fucking read that.
Did we
And then
tell?
this is the moment that Medrinix
To be fair, it is the sign that he threw his cloak over when he went swimming.
Did we tell Halvard about the scratches?
No, you did not. But
He was not there for that. No.
uh,
Oh,
let's see.
Did-
You did not. But the scratches at the bar, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. Gushing. Why is your name?
Amberlay?
Yes. Sorry. Tamberley told me.
Okay. Because I was gonna preface it with good news, buddy. You're not crazy. I think.
No, some people have definitely called me crazy before.
I wouldn't use that word.
What would you use?
Just not that word.
Yeah. There's a few words I can think of.
Enlighten me.
Talented.
No, we both know that's a lie, right?
Yeah.
You have talent in your own way. You
Yes, Halford, you are quite a talented individual. I am simply amazed every time that we have an adventure together.
Baby, I'm
He looks
amazed
over to
by.
Madronix and goes, given recent events, I feel like that is not a good thing.
Oh, fun fact, update. Don't know if Tamberley told you, but Nick's when we were checking out the scratches up in the rafters in the
Mhm.
bar, he also found a sense of humor.
It was a
Ah,
bit dusty and left behind by someone else, but it's still there.
Yeah,
amazing improvements. You'll
I
have a normal social interaction yet.
I mean, the party is trying to move forward, so
Most of them. One's trying to swim away.
um, yeah, but I think we're all just gonna kind of chill out and relax,
Mm-hmm.
all cool outside of the school. Um, but while we get ready to go hunt banshees tonight.
Great.
All right.
So we're just gonna go back to the bar and be chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
Shooting some people outside the school.
Yeah, it's this new sport that's just taking the coastal cities by storm.
Hey, now hear me out. What if we chill out with our crew at the schoolyard because finding trouble, isn't really too hard.
And a couple of guys, being me and Nix, they were up to no good.
I was just wondering, like, should we shoot those kids since they were the ones shooting people?
We're gonna shoot kids?
Well, West
I'm good with
Philadelphia.
Timberlake's like,
When
let's
in
murder
Rome.
children.
I mean, they weren't very nice.
You mean the ones that were
Got in
shooting
one
us?
little fight and the other kids got scared.
You mean the ones that were shooting us with the blunted arrows?
Oh, the ones that were sent inside to get the real ones? I wasn't there, though, so.
They didn't shoot us with real ones.
No, just the dad came out with his axe.
Yeah.
Instead, I trained with their father.
No, and how is that?
Quite formidable.
You ask him that while looking at him, and parts of his clothes are soaked with his own blood.
I feel like you should rest up real good before the hunting, searching tonight.
I'm wondering if this will leave a new scar.
It might
One
be
can only hope, buddy.
it might be an unseen scar.
Well,
All right,
I just
well,
had a great time chilling out by myself, cleaning up your mess.
Whose mess?
Yours,
Yours.
Which one?
the vomit.
I see. Right, I knew I was forgetting something.
Mm.
Yeah, half of your insides.
Yep. Alright, wait, is it clean already, or...
It is now, yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so we skipping forward to tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
lunch and dinner done.
and then are we just gonna hang out at the bar and stare at the spot where he saw the ghosts?
Or are we heading out like we did last night and like walking up and down the beach?
Discuss that. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Should we split up and look for clues, guys?
I
I
think
don't.
Halvard thinks we should split up and look for clues.
You know what? I like that idea. Halvard, you go that way. Me, Tamberlay, Nix, and Fez are gonna go this way.
Alright.
I mean,
He
it
starts
was
running
put
around.
out there that we
Wait a
just leave him out there
minute.
for bait.
We will let him get about
No,
up.
no. He's down for it. He'll take these ghosties alone.
We let you get about 50 yards away, and then we just start tailing you. Like, we'll need to follow him.
Yeah, knowing Halvard, they're the first person he's the first person they're gonna come after.
Yeah, they saw him last night. They're like, "Oh, he's a weak bitch. We're going after him."
Took one drink, immediately knocked out. Easy pickings.
Mm-hmm.
I guess technically it wasn't one drink, but
Having a damn
Wasn't
sneezing
it?
fit. All right, what do you guys decide?
We're splitting up. I mean, I wasn't told otherwise, so
the
that's
best
what Halvard
decision.
thinks.
Got it.
Yeah,
Yep.
so Halvard's gonna start walking, and we're gonna pretend to walk in the other direction. When he gets about 100 yards away from us, we'll call it. Yeah, what's that? 2 turns for me?
Something.
Action, bonus action, dash. That'd be 90. So when he gets about 180 feet away, then we'll start tailing him.
Well, we also have a problem.
Well, I mean, we prefer to use the term partner with Halvard, but
Well,
go
it is
ahead.
dark outside, and I cannot see in the dark, and neither can you. And
I
neither
can
can he.
I can see just fine in the dark, Tamberlay, I say to Nix.
turns his head toward Tamberlay.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. 3 of us can't.
Right?
We're looking for a ghost in the dark.
I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to see a ghost in the dark, but I don't know. Would it be hard to see a ghost in the dark? Wait. Right. Where's Halvard?
I don't know.
Ah, shit.
Wait. Are you guys pointing?
Yeah.
I know, I'm just... I look in the direction they're pointing, and if he's more than 30 feet away, I'm like, nope. I got nothing.
Nix just kind of grabs you by the collar and just starts walking in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Halvard, light a torch!
No. Mm. He's just gonna as he's walking, he's just gonna start humming, just like
Halvard, the
Uh,
abductions were the other way.
wait, weren't we splitting up?
Yes, You are standing way over there, and we are standing way over here.
I'm not sure that's what splitting up means, but okay. Hold on, and he'll just turn around.
I'm going to do something that I haven't done before, and I'm going to use my lantern.
Oh, look at you.
Fancy.
I am fancy. Thank you.
However, all of a sudden, there's now this glowing red orb trailing you a good 180 feet away.
Fuck, it's Ghost.
I didn't know one of them was red. Shit, that means there's 5.
Sort of like watches carefully, hand on pike, just like glancing back in the direction of the red glowing orb.
It seems to stay at the same distance, keeping the same pace as you.
I suddenly stop and turn around.
It's 180 feet away, so you can't see shit.
Yep,
You just
I
see a
know.
red orb.
I know. I'm just trying to see if it approaches.
Nope.
Nope.
Nix and Fez are at the front. They're stopping everybody.
I take 10 feet of movement towards it.
We're backing up.
Hold on.
Because what I imagine it is happening right now is Nyx is narrating what's going on to the 2 blind people, and Malcolm is picking up on what's going on, and he's just like, don't say a word.
He's going to start walking faster towards it, 20 feet.
We're going to pick up the pace.
And then he'll suddenly stop.
Stops.
While we're doing this, I'll be looking around for banshees floating out of the water or something like that.
Okay, good. At least someone's doing it. Go ahead and make a perception check.
No, what do you mean? Halvard already found one.
Yeah, good job.
Oh, thank God.
I'll keep it in
17.
mind. I'll let you know if you see anything.
All right.
All right. All right. Let me roll something. This will determine whether or not Halvard will go look for some more banshees. All right. He's going to choose to ignore the banshee that's too much of a bitch to fight him and look for more banshees.
So we know that he's not paying attention to it anymore?
No, he's keeping an eye on it, but he's giving up the chase.
Okay. Damn. I'm very sneakily going to try and strafe around and light a candle and put it, like, off in the distance for him to see.
So you put your lantern out and then go randomly off.
No. I want him to see a second light appear out of nowhere.
Okay, so you're handing your lantern off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm giving it to Tamberlay.
Alright.
All right.
You trip.
Yep.
It's dark, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, he goes, guys, hold this. And then just runs off in a direction. And Fez, actually all of you just fucking watch him as he and then hits Driftwood and just, oh, fuck.
I'm okay.
Do I hear this or am I too far away?
You just hear, "Rrr, rrr, rrr."
I see. The banshee is attempting an intimidation? I don't know.
Totally
Doesn't-
worth all of this.
You do have a 12 into intelligence, Halvard.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I know.
And your wisdom isn't negative either.
I know.
Okay.
That's how he plays it.
Yep.
That's how I played Eartha Marsh, though. Eartha Marsh had really good intelligence.
But
Until
your
he didn't.
wisdom was shit.
No, my wisdom was 10.
I thought your wisdom was less.
No, my wisdom was
Oh.
higher because he was a ranger.
Well, you were playing it smart. You were just being a dick, but then you lost your
He's
wisdom
just-
intelligence.
Yeah.
Right now, he's ruling out all the impossibilities. He thinks that his team split up from him to, hunt down these
Oh no,
banshees.
I'm not talking about the team thing. I'm talking about the Banshee trying to intimidate you with some grumbles from 200 feet away.
Okay, fair enough. It's just, yeah, I can't. Yeah, fair enough. Um, but that's him trying to excuse the noise because he can't really think of anything else that could be if his allies are not there.
200 feet away is within fireball range, though.
It is. Hmm.
Great.
But he's gonna say fireball for when there's more of them, so we can fireball like 2 or 3 of them at once.
Okay. You eventually get over Halvard, light the candle, about 30 feet away. So, Halvard, you now see another orb appear, about
Oh.
30 feet away, just within fireball distance of one another.
Ooh, ooh. And all
That's why I
right.
was glad when Howard said, when Malcolm said 30 feet. I was like, yes.
Perfect. And let's see. Do.
I'm gonna
Where's
make my
my
way back
spell?
to the group.
He'll like suddenly stop, turn around, and without warning, cast fireball.
Nyx, you see Halvard stop, turn around, and start moving his hands quickly in some signs.
I suggest we all move.
As this little bead of red light shoots in your guys' direction.
Oh, run.
Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
Everyone make dex saves.
Ooh, deck saves.
That is
This is full.
34 points of damage.
Ah, shit.
I actually rolled really well for damage.
Great.
What's your DC?
My DC is 15.
Uncanny dodge.
Halvard,
whoops.
why are you making a
No,
dex save?
that was me, sorry.
Oh. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Fuck.
Okay. Yeah, Malcolm, you can uncanny dodge, so you take half.
Yep.
Madronix, half. And Fez,
Tampele, you need to roll twice.
Why?
You're a barbarian.
Oh, that's right. Thank God. Nope.
Second attempt.
Well, 15. That's
yeah, that's the DC. So
Okay.
you save, so you take half as well.
Yep.
Oh, thank
So
God.
17 for those who take half.
So everyone takes half.
Yep.
I thought Fez had a fire resistance.
No,
No.
No.
Their little pet has fire immunity, but he does not have fire resistance.
That seems.
But he can use absorb elements to cut the damage in half if he has it prepared.
Does he?
You could
I'll
say
bet
he
he doesn't.
does.
No, he does not.
Called it.
And
Alright, so 17
after
points for everybody.
and after the fireball hits, he starts charging at them, yelling, "Die! Die again, Banshee scum!" As he charges at.
Fez, highly upset now, turns to Malcolm and goes, "This was not worth it."
Totally worth it. Absolutely worth it.
Do I see anything else besides this ridiculousness?
Nope, just flames everywhere.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Fez yells
How
out
long
to
did-
you, Halvard, and says, "It's us, you idiot!"
Oh shit! Are you guys okay?
Fuck you,
Been better.
and
Why
fuck
are you-
Malcolm.
I thought you were like on the other side of the town or something.
We didn't want to leave you alone in case you got jumped.
That was the plan.
Yeah, so you get jumped and then you die, and then we just have to drag your body around again.
I thought
No.
I was being tailed by a banshee.
What
Yeah.
banshees do you know that are red?
I don't know. I thought there was a fifth one.
Fez turn. I'm about to make him the fifth one.
I don't blame you. Can we get back to what we're supposed to be doing, please?
Right, right. Well, this is turning out to be a disadvantageous situation.
Yes, you could say that.
I know I did.
Tamberley, that's for you.
Thank you.
Right. Well, oh, well, let's keep going, I guess.
Majonics, that's for you. Malcolm gets nothing.
Oh, I expected nothing.
Oh, by the way, I do have to be leaving soon, not like necessarily right away, but preferably within the next, like, again, 15 to 20 minutes.
Roger that. So, now as a group together, you guys start walking down the coastline. With everyone keeping an eye out. So, going northward across this coastline, it's the more populated coastline to go down. The southern way is a little less of the town that direction. But you guys kind of travel up and end up traveling for about a half a mile up to the point where the ships and other natural docks that are being used for ships start to become fewer and fewer until it's very sparse. And you guys decide to turn back around and come back the way from which you came. All in all, by the time you start to make it back to the point where you got fireballed, about an hour has gone by. So you're starting to get closer to the midnight hour, as you guys started a little after 10. But nothing.
I'm thoroughly disappointed.
Actually, a lot of nothing.
What do you mean a lot
Like
of
an
nothing?
unusual amount of nothing?
An unusual amount of quiet.
Oh, shit.
Something's wrong.
Yeah. Should we head towards the tavern?
You mean where we saw the ghost faces in the rafters?
That's the one.
Yep.
And book it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You guys take a few of the turns to get to the street that the tavern resides on. You see the tavern light is on and flooding into the street, and there seems to be a clump of mess out right in front of the front door.
Let's go
Clump of
check it out.
mess.
Okay. You guys get about 60, 80 feet away, and you notice it's two dragonborn bodies.
Oh, shit.
Like one on top of the other, just not moving.
Immediately, Methodynix is going to use another divine sense.
Okay. Divine sense, reaching out 60 feet. Don't catch anything.
However's going to walk up to inspect the two bodies.
Go into the two bodies. You see the one on top has a bunch of slashing wounds across the back. And the one underneath has its eyes wide open and its mouth wide open, but no wounds that you can see. It's just no life left in the body.
Oh, carefully step over them and take a peek inside.
You see tables and chairs turned and broken, splintered amongst the piles of bodies that reside in here.
Holy shit.
You see some bodies hanging from the rafters up top. A lot of bodies have the same sort of eyes wide open, mouth open stare. Some still sitting in their chairs. Drinks still on the few tables that are in their normal positions. Large majority of these other ones have these large gashes across their faces and bodies. All in all, there's about 20, 25 corpses
damn.
here.
Well, guys, I think we might have made a mistake.
Yeah, we fucked this one up real hard. Can I make do a perimeter run real quick?
Yeah. Fez will go with you.
Okay.
He's got his wildfire spirit out right now.
Bet he does.
But you guys run around the outside finding about 5 more bodies. All of them are dead.
Yeah.
We should probably tell someone.
Who are we gonna tell?
Probably the Iron Hearth?
Well,
Everyone make perception checks.
okay.
I was going to say, I was going to go inside and look around.
I see nothing. I don't know why it keeps rolling twice, but it was a 1, it wasn't a 6.
Oh, persuasion, not perception.
You
Huh?
mean perception, not persuasion?
No. I said what I said.
Hey, there you go. You still
There you go.
got that net. Now, if only we were battling.
Alright. Perception. 6.
Wow, you guys are really on the opposite ends of the spectrum here.
Yeah, 2 1s, a 6, and a natural 20.
Nick's has
Man.
got a piece of skunk stuck in his eye from when that fireball went off. He's been trying to get out for like 20 minutes.
It sort of like semi-glued his eyes shut.
Yeah.
Like singed the eyelashes together, and he's just been trying to like force it open with his eye strength. Well, Fez also got a 24.
Jeez.
But-
Me and Fez see shit.
You and Fez do see shit.
Uh-oh.
And the main thing you see is in and amongst the bodies there are countless different individuals here. Some that you recognize from the night before. But the main person that you recognize is Gremlin.
Oh, man.
He did.
He did. He has what looks to be some sort of metallic rod shoved in through the back of his neck.
Oh,
What?
Along with many scratches.
Are you guys pointing that out?
Faisal pointed out.
Can I look at the rod?
Mhm.
Is it just like a plain metal rod, or is there something?
It looks like to be.
inscribed
It
on
looks
or-
like to be a broken javelin that's been broken in half and used as some sort of improvised weapon. You find the other half of this javelin in another dragonborn not too far away.
Well, that's unusual.
I mean, you do find a few weapons have been used in It looks like probably in the chaos of everything, people were swinging, throwing, fighting, whatever they
Okay.
could, and collateral damage happened.
Okay.
So
Well, that is also unfortunate.
with the nat 20 for Malcolm, as you're kind of like overlooking it, Malcolm, you kind of like sort of stand, or not stand, but like angle Gremlin and this other Dragonborn to face each other, and you realize that looks like the javelin probably went through both of them at the same time, and then something just broke them apart from each other. So you kind of like puzzle piece it, like, oh look, it matches.
I will relay my findings.
That's grim.
Well, this has thoroughly gone to shit.
And Malcolm, with your nat 20, you would also see what looks to be along one wall. There is a Dragonborn that has this dagger that seems to be pierced into the wall, and the wall itself looks to have been. At first, you're like, something's off about this wall, and you kind of like take a step back and look and stand further back, and you see what looks to be almost bleached into the wall, making this area of the wall just a shade lighter, but in the form of some sort of humanoid. And the dagger is embedded right where like the middle of the chest would be. There's nothing tangibly there, but you get the sense that maybe a banshee got killed, and this was its death spot.
Grab that dagger.
Huh?
I said, well, grab that. Grab that dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to like look at the Banshee death spot and see if there's anything, I don't know, that might like give us a clue as to like how to possibly find these fucking things.
Same. I'll do the same.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, both of you.
All right. Oh,
There it is.
16.
failed that one.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, sorry, I was just looking at my stuff. Okay, so you go over and you pull the dagger out from the wall and from the grip of this dragonborn individual who has his face just thoroughly scratched out. Looking at the dagger, it seems to be made of some sort of iron with these red markings through it. Looks pretty cool.
I'll take that
But as
for
far,
evidence.
yeah, of course. As far as figuring out anything about this, I mean, besides this being the spot probably where one of them got killed or pinned, or you're not sure what, you don't really derive any external information other than that.
Well, the only thing I can discern from this is that they were here and they were maybe killed. I'm gonna go with the probably killed part, though. You know, just to have hopes high.
I'm gonna look around up in the rafters, see if I see anything.
Perception check?
Okay. Perception. Not performance, not persuasion.
Besides the few bodies that are strung, hanging from different portions of the rafters. You don't see anything extra.
So when attacks happened in the past, it wasn't this many people that died, was it?
Not that we know of.
Nope.
It was just like one
One or
person.
two, like, picked off.
Right.
What changed besides us coming to town? Did we
Fez,
piss
are you a necromancer? Just kidding. I don't know.
these things off? Halvard, did you say something?
No.
Good.
Oh, I actually thought you were asking me. No. I think I found where they maybe hid during the day, but that was
Wait,
about
what?
it.
What? Why didn't you tell us this before?
Didn't I?
No.
You know, like under the water,
What?
like past the ocean shelf, like where all the
One
sunken
uses
ships were.
octopus person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Right. So, but how will we get down there? That's the problem. And right now, it's not a good idea to go down there.
So
Well, actually, in nature, the best time to attack a predator is just after it's fed.
Who said that? I'm
Fez.
just-
but wait a minute. So we sent something into the ocean looking for the banshees, and I'm assuming this thing went into their home.
The octopus, the familiar octopus, kind of scouted around.
Okay.
I don't think he went in any of the ships.
No, he
Just
didn't.
kind of did a peripheral search.
I don't know if I would be smart enough to know this or if I would have any reason to know this, but would they happen to be able to like spot a real octopus versus a familiar?
You would have no idea.
I thought so.
Well, I'm down for hunting them. I'm down for some revenge.
Right. Two things. None of us can breathe underwater. And it's dark as fuck.
Maybe we can catch them before they retreat.
And point number 3, and I'm just gonna nice waving gesture to all of the dead bodies that are around here. Maybe we should do something about this?
Yeah.
If we sleep, I can prepare water breathing for tomorrow.
Hey, look at that. Someone who has a semblance of a plan.
Right. And
You're not.
sadly, our superior is lying right there with a spear in the back of his neck.
Minor technicalities.
So, we need to go talk to Wolvar for sure.
Unfortunately, I do need to head out now.
All right, man.
All
Yep,
right.
yep, have fun.
All right,
Have a
later.
good night.
We'll try not to get killed. Yeah, I guess that's our plan then. Let's find Voldar.
He's at the Iron Hearth outpost. He kind of lives there.
Well, let's go there.
Yeah, let's do that, I guess. Do we want to bring... So, Nick, Fizz and I found some dead bodies around the place, too. Do we want to bring those all in so they're not just lying outside?
Let's leave them where they're at for now.
All right.
That way, if he wants to see how everything is and, I don't know, see aside the place.
Okay.
I will keep watch over the bodies while you inform.
I will stay with Nyx because I don't want Nyx to be by himself in case these things come back.
All right, then I will book it over to
So Tamberley, Fez, and Halvard.
Yeah.
no, I'm leaving Halvard with you guys.
Rock, paper, scissors. Boulder, parchment, cheers.
No, I'm just doing it
No.
because then I can get there faster without him.
Halvard Tamberley said she's faster than you.
Well, that's just a lie. Look at her legs.
Prove it. Prove her wrong. I bet you can beat her to the Iron Hearth. I'll bet 5 gold she beats you there.
He looks around and goes, "No, I must make some good gestures for some of these people that have passed."
By the time he finished that sentence, I'm already faster than Tamberley.
Who?
I said, by the time he finished that sentence, I'm already faster than Tamberley. Pew, gone.
I thought you were staying.
No, I'm kidding. I'm staying. Being an
I'm
asshole.
going.
Nyx, should we possibly say some words? These are your people, so I feel you would know more what to do or say. If anything, it looks like they went down with a fight.
Master Morgaine did instruct me in this. And I guess I think basically how you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think how Nyx would do it would he would, even though it would take some time, he would go to each body individually and say a small prayer, like praising their valiant effort.
Yeah, very much Viking-esque of going down in Blaze of Glory style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, easy enough to do. So Tamberley and Fez, you guys rush back to the Iron Hearth.
Yep, and I will make sure. I will see if Wuldar is awake.
More bodies.
Well, you do see Woldar as he is slumped over the banister in front of the Iron Hearth.
Shit, he's dead too?
Yep.
Okay. Are there lights on in any of the houses around us?
Yeah.
May I go to the nearest one and knock on the door?
Sure. Doosh, 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 doosh. No response.
Is it open?
No.
No, I mean, like, is it unlocked?
No.
And they didn't answer, so can I kick in the door?
Sure. Give me a strength check. Or athletics, sorry.
15?
That's enough?
Athletics would have been 17 or 18.
Okay. Yeah, 15 is the DC. So, boom! Door gets kicked in.
Hello? Is anybody in here?
You rush in and kind of look, and sitting at the what would be considered like a reading chair next to a fire, which is almost completely burnt out. Slumped is a female dragonborn body.
And she dead?
Yep.
Alright, then I will run back to the tavern.
Turning around and starting to run out, almost tripping over what seems to be a pretty young dragonborn male body.
Oh, shit.
Faces both eyes wide open, mouth open.
Shit. Yeah, I will definitely sprint back and inform the rest of my party that it looks like everyone in town is dead.
We need to go to the asshole's house.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I don't. We don't actually. I just there's a little bit. There's a in this moment of crisis because Malcolm is a good person. Um, there's a little piece in the back of his head like, oh shit. Well, if he got killed, he must not be a good person, or he must be weak. You know, the dude. Because I had
Yeah.
the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Malcolm's just a bad person.
So you guys go in
And
that
he's-
direction?
I mean, we don't actually have to.
I just want to keep an
I'll
eye
save
out.
that on my own. Actually, you know what? He might be strong enough that he actually did something. Sure, I'm gonna go that way and warn him just in case he is alive.
Are you going by yourself, or you wait, or we all going with you?
I
mean-
know that Nix and Albert are doing their thing. I would have just. I'm just gonna take off and go that way.
Well, by the time Tamberlake comes back after doing everything with Fez, they would be finished.
I'm just gonna take off and go that way.
By yourself. Okay.
Sure.
Fez would definitely be coming, so have at least one person
Okay.
who could see in the dark with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would go with you if I knew that you were going.
Well, you see him run off because he wouldn't have done so until you guys came back and told him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with you then.
Where are they going?
Probably back to the house you trained at?
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'll knock on the door.
Okay,
Well-
before you do.
Okay.
Going down the street towards in that direction, half a block away. The house right before their house, you see has the door kicked in, like completely off its hinges, and you can see a portion of it on the floor, on the inside. It looks like 2 of the windows that face the front have been broken, shattered, and there's a large hole in the wall. So you guys are coming from the west. So the western wall, the one that's facing you guys as you're coming, there's a decent sized hole about head height in the wall.
And that's the house before.
Before the
The one-
asshole's house, yes.
Okay.
But you want to stop there or continue on?
I'll tell Fez and Tamberlay to check that one out, and I'm gonna continue to the asshole's house.
All right.
Okay.
We'll go in, or we'll check it out.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Um,
good at that.
as for you, Malcolm, as you get to the asshole's house, you see the front door isn't kicked in, but the door frame and the front is it looks like something cleaved, like almost right through it. It turned the what was a solid door into a half door. You know, where you can open the top and close the top and open the bottom separately.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, both of them are open at different degrees from each other. And it looks inside that there is movement inside.
I'm going in.
Okay, you jump in and almost get immediately clotheslined by the Dragonborn woman. You survived?
Yep. I was coming this way to make sure that you guys were okay.
You see on the wall behind her what looks to be a giant battle axe carving into the wall, as well as the wall is stained with a golden color of a humanoid shape.
Okay.
She just kind of like looks down at you and goes, "My mate's killed 2 already."
Which way did he go?
She points in the direction of the other house.
Oh, the giant hole in the wall. Perfect.
Tamberley,
I'm
you move into the room with Fez, and you kind of stop as there's a dragonborn body dead on the floor in front of you, scratches all across of its front. As Fez kind of looks in past it, trying to see anything, and you see he points it out. There is a blue where that hole in the wall is. There around it seems to be the blue bleach on the wall of a humanoid form.
Okay. And the body on the floor, does it look like... Well, what does it look like?
It seems to be a frail, older male dragonborn.
Okay. And we don't hear anything else?
Currently, no.
Okay. Then we will exit the front of the house and go meet up with Malcolm if we can.
Okay, Malcolm.
So there's the gold stain on the wall in this house. There was the white one in the bar. There's the blue one in the house next door. Are there two in this house?
No.
Okay, so that's the second one that her mate killed.
All right.
Um, I will try and meet up with Tamberley and Fez and ask them if what they found and say that we need to find this copper dragonborn that's smashing ghosts.
Right. Are you going to say the colors out loud?
Yeah. Blue, white, and gold.
All right, so we're looking for a silver one. There's 4 of them so far.
Right? Did I get those colors right, DM?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we will... Yeah, we'll try to find this dragonborn.
Okay. All of you give a round of perception checks.
It will do.
Why bother? Oh, not bad. 19.
7.
Oh, Fez. Oh, I got better than Fez? Shit.
Okay. Is there a specific direction that you guys want to be running, or?
Um,
I'll
So
do the
currently,
same
this
way
house is one of the closer houses to the eastern part of town, so kind of on the edge. Remember, this town is more stretched along the coast than it is like a square or anything.
so he was at his house. He went to the neighbor's house. And he went through the wall.
Well, the hole in the
Looney
wall
Tunes
is head height, and it's about a 2-foot hole.
stuff. Okay.
They probably cast something through it.
He probably, knowing Nick's probably told you he might have been a paladin, so he probably smited the shit out of that wall.
Right.
Yeah. I would say continue heading west.
Towards the tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that perception check, I'm just wondering, can I hear, like, since it's so quiet, can I hear any battle noise or anything like that? Since this guy doesn't seem to be, like, if he's smiting shit,
Yeah.
he's not quiet.
Yeah. Currently, no, you do not hear anything.
Okay.
It was
Then I'll follow
mainly
him up.
mainly hearing that I was using this perception check for.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll follow Malcolm.
Okay. As far as you guys go, now that you're looking for it, looking at the houses as you're passing, heading back towards the tavern, a large majority of these doors are kicked in. Though none, as far as from the outside looking in, seem to have suffered the amount of damage that the neighbors or the main copper's house was.
Okay.
You guys would eventually reach back to the tavern where Dranix and Halvard are finished with their words and probably waiting somewhere around outside.
Yeah, kind of relay what happened.
So there's still one unaccounted for.
Yeah, and the guy that you trained with evidently killed 2 of them.
As he should.
So this village might have done most of our job for us.
No,
Go ahead.
if you'll remember, killing them isn't enough. They'll just come back.
Rue. Which makes me think that that's what the paladin's going to do, is finish the job.
But if he knew where they were to begin with, why didn't he just tell us?
'Cause he may not have thought anything of it at the time. I will relay the story of him being kind of an asshole, talking about the asshole.
Anyway, we should keep searching to see if we can either find the 4th one.
Right. It looks like our copper friend has searched this side, so
Well,
maybe we should.
This is actually when you guys would hear it because he's got Thunderous Smite
Oh shit.
as a loud cacophony north of where you guys currently at. It's just a loud noise seems to explode from somewhere in the northern direction.
And I'm off.
Head that direction.
All right. You hear one more explosion of force. Helps redirect you guys. Moving between the streets, a lot of doors seem to have been kicked in. And then as you turn a corner, you see the Copper Dragonborn currently walking with his giant battle axe and his full armor on now, chainmail. And kind of looks in the direction of you guys and sees you, Nyx, and goes, "Glad you've made it."
Appears you've been busy.
Someone has to be.
Yeah, we were a little late to the dance.
He kind of gestures with his head back to the house that now has 2 large holes in the walls. Just put down 2 more.
What color?
Gold and purple.
You remember the colors of the 2 that you put down before?
Blue and gold?
Great, they're coming back.
Yeah, we didn't have a purple one on our list, and we still haven't found the silver one. So there's at least one more out there.
Kind of makes that ungodly crack of his neck. He goes, "Well, I've got more where that came from." Then he just starts walking down to the next house, kicks the door in, and goes inside.
We need to find where they're coming from, living,
Right.
regenerating.
Right. This is shot in the dark, but maybe it's not. No, how do I put this? Maybe it's not that they're regenerating. Maybe it's that the people, or the people that they have killed, are coming back as banshees as well. So there's just more of them. Because we didn't have a purple one on our list.
Who would know the most about this?
But also,
The Copper Dragonborn seems to come out of the house and cross the street and kick in another door.
Who out of our group would know the most about banshees? Because it's not me.
And you guys are pretty even.
Sweet.
Maybe the most Nyx. Just from paladin training, slightly undead knowledge, but not a whole hell of a lot.
Paladin school.
Sure, Paladin School, that's what it was.
It was Paladin summer camp.
Paladin tech.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it'd be probably between Halvard and Nyx, and we've already discussed how much Halvard knew, and Nyx, it's roughly about the same sort of baseline information, but nothing too in depth.
But Bendix would point out, remember that there were only the sightings only told us what colors were available. It told us nothing about any other possible numbers. For all we knew, these all really existed beforehand.
Yeah.
But at any rate, we can't just stand around doing nothing. If we're going to find any more information, we may need to follow his lead, as he just probably sees him kicking another door down.
Yep.
Then how about he takes one side of the street and we take the other?
One guy's kicking down doors on one side of the street, 5 guys on the other side.
The other side of the street. I'm at the door with my lockpick set, trying to open it.
I'll bust it down. I'm not like the strongest person though.
I know, but like right when I'm getting, that's what I imagine. Is like I'm getting ready to like get down and like just try and pick the lock real quick, and you're just like fucking.
Temperley like, doof.
I'm like, all right, fine.
Isn't Nick stronger than I am?
Malcolm runs like 3 houses down just to get some time to lockpick something.
But yeah, I guess maybe most of the party on one side of the street, and then maybe Mitronix and maybe one other person kicking on the other side. I don't know.
Fez will go with the Copper Dragonborn. Probably say maybe a paladin on each side is best.
I was gonna say I think Madronic should go with Halvard. They have a great working relationship.
Yeah, the bait and switch.
I didn't know I was a level 3 fighter.
The more you know. Okay, so Fez will go over with the Copper Dragonborn.
Okay. So we will start kicking down doors.
Alright. Going in this certain path and then kind of taking the next, the turn and then the next block down. Majority of these people are already dead, or some of these houses are empty entirely. But no banshees get garnered from this mass amounts of B&E.
Don't tell Nyx we're breaking and entering.
This is called saving and securing.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, as you guys get through the next couple of blocks, the Copper Dragonborn and Fez sort of waiting for you guys to finish the last couple of houses and then regroup. As you guys all approach them, Copper Dragonborn goes, not sure if there's any left or if they're done with their attack for the night.
Yeah, we
This
didn't
could be
find
either or.
anything either.
I'm willing to check the rest of the town, but feel like it's awfully quiet.
Well, then I suggest we regroup and go swim and fuck up their house tomorrow.
I'll go ring the town bell. as he starts
Town bell.
heading towards the middle of the town.
And it's a good thing I didn't know there was a bell earlier.
Never asked.
I know.
But he goes to the middle of the town, finds the bell location, has to prep it, and then starts ringing the bell. After about a 10-minute time of ringing the bell for 30 seconds, then stopping for a minute, and then ringing for 30, stopping for a minute. Eventually, about 9 Dragonborn, plus the Copper Dragon's family, ends up meeting at the bell location.
Oh shit. Do we know any of them?
Yes, actually.
Valstrix and Hadrith?
Both are there.
I,
Hadrith has a couple scratches across her face, but she is there. Other than that, you haven't really conversed with too many of the local population, so just a couple of the Dragonborn. Definitely some of the meteor Dragonborn, some of the thicker, and after talking with some of them, you get the numbers. A few more banshees were taken out during the kerfuffle. Let me see here. So 2 silver on top of everything that's already been monikered by you guys. 2 silver. Okay, 1 silver, 2 silver, 3 silver. Another blue. Another white. 2 yellows. And a green.
so there's 13 of them.
How convenient of a number.
Y'all ever heard of a purple or yellow dragonborn?
None of the Dragonborn would say they have. So with that, you end up finding out the Copper Dragonborn's name is Kapesh Brendel, and he taking some of his knowledge of banshees, he first asks you all if it's okay if he relocates everyone to the Iron Hearth.
Of course.
Definitely.
And with that, saying that banshees cannot pass through solid iron.
Oh, I feel real bad for Woldar then.
That means he was leaving to go help.
And so he relocates everyone into the Iron Hearth. He puts his entire family in the main lobby room, and then he puts the other survivors into some of the upper rooms. There's 3 rooms left over, so you guys can still split it up and be fine. But besides that, he and one of the other Dragonborn males and Hadrith are going to stay up for the rest of the night.
All right. Since I got a nap, I'll go ahead and stay up too.
Okay.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I
they
bet.
would. Kapesh would tell you that it's not so much for their safety, but more so if other survivors come out of the woodworks.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go to sleep.
Yeah, because the Iron Hearth's banded in iron and on all the walls, so they're not worried about the banshees coming in. Anybody else?
Not really.
I guess I feel compelled to ask, how are the horses?
Fine. A little spooked, but since everything's calmed down, they're fine.
Nix, I love your practicality. Yes, many people have died tonight, but our horses.
Well, no, like I was more just thinking above table. It's like, how far do those iron walls extend? Do the banshees also go into the stables?
Yeah.
So that was more what I was thinking. But
I just like to think that you were specifically worried about your horse. Like the whole
actually, I just
time,
want
like
to imagine just like Espizonic just like peeks his head and just like Onyx just being a stalwart.
You mean his
Unbothered.
All
horse
the
that he can lose and then resummon again?
all the horses have like migrated over to Onyx. Less so
There's a-
for like safety of like, oh my god, he's so strong, and more so like this motherfucker can get regenerated, so we will sacrifice him first.
Onyx
Onyx is just like, yes.
in Onyx's stall. There's a bleach stain on the wall of a humanoid body shape.
And a hoof print right through the chest of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
horse
there's actually a dragonborn that he back kicked into the wall, but
Oh.
it still works.
Yeah.
A little sad.
Onyx murdered a child.
All right, so everyone going down for a long rest.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and click it. I am switching Fez's conjure animals for water breathing. Because knowing Fez, he's going to flip a bitch if I take away his call lightning instead.
Yeah, because that's real useful.
Even though it'll be
underwater.
100% useless underwater.
Mhm.
Like I said,
Yeah, I think calling lightning while we're all submerged in water is a great idea.
going after the last water situation where he wanted to call lightning into it with possibly Malcolm in the water with the creature.
Again, we were just testing the Banterhob cage theory. It's like the Faraday cage, but made of toad.
And highly conductive, yes.
Well, we
Yeah,
had no
but
reason
your
to
guys'
believe
theory
that.
made me almost croak.
Ribbit.
And Malcolm was definitely hopping mad.
It would be crickets, but it's just ribbits instead. Alright. Okay, so you all guys are blessed with a long rest, able to come in the next day. I will let Fez know that he can change some spells before. Throughout the night, one other survivor was garnered into the Iron Hearth. A female dragonborn who is missing a portion of her left arm,
Oh, shit.
like a large chunk of it, right in the bicep. She passed out after the battle, and that's why she wasn't there for the first ringing of the bell. But
Mm.
You guys are safe as you wake up in the morning. Let me see.
Malcolm's going to do the right thing and not make sarcastic comments.
Valkyrius goes through the pantry supplies and starts to create just a bit of a home stew for breakfast for everyone. So you guys also have breakfast prepared for you all.
Good.
Kipesh, who is now the de facto sort of leader of this town, or the survivors at least, he's going to tell you guys that he's going to keep all of his people here at the Iron Hearth. He'll be prepared for any sort of retaliation that you guys may incur for going down there. But they aren't going to follow, mainly because he needs to rest, as well as everyone else who was up all night.
Yeah. So we have two options, and I think I will wait for Fez and Halvard, but we can either go fight them in their home on their terms, or on our terms, or we can wait 4 days and see if they come back and try and get a feel for their numbers. Because they can't get through iron.
Right. Okay.
So,
I mean, but then after the 4 days, and they attack again, what are we gonna do? We're gonna just go down there and do the same thing, right?
right, with information.
Counterpoint.
I like it.
Counterpoint.
I like it.
He likes it more and more the more you say it.
Wouldn't it be better to avoid potential completion of the Dragonborn genocide of Gremlin
Why we stay in the Iron
by
Hearth?
outright eliminating their numbers rather than knowing how many numbers there are?
I mean, honestly, if there is a regeneration time period or something, tomorrow morning would be the best time to go down there, since most of them have been wiped out from what anybody's seen.
All right, fine. We're going down there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, basically, but I'm thinking and I think this would maybe make sense to other people, but there's a funny thing about siege tactics, especially if your numbers just keep coming back. Wearing down everybody else that you are sieging, is their ideal strategy. Whereas preventing the siege to begin with is our ideal strategy.
Yeah.
Especially since theoretically they could actually starve us out. But
I definitely get where you're coming from, and I understand. I would love some more information. I don't think we have time. And honestly, I don't have an odd feeling these people aren't going to stay here very long.
And also, if there's any chance that we can destroy their source objects before they regenerate, then even better.
All right. So
just putting all the options out there. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got to bring in the whole genocide thing. Sheesh.
Halvard, being the savvy individual that he is, will stock identify and take a few moments in the morning to identify that dagger for you, Malcolm.
Mm-hmm. The evidence that I collected.
Yeah, it's a Hellfire dagger.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
It matches my axe.
And with that information, plus what Kapesh is about to tell you, that type of dagger and axe would give a killing blow to a banshee. A permanent killing blow.
Shit.
Because it would suck the soul and send it to the river Styx.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And Kapesh points to his battle axe and says that his battle axe would roughly do the same thing. So you can mark off 3 banshees as permanently dispatched.
Oh, perfect. That was a gold, a blue,
And a white.
and a white. Okay. Now we only have 10. Great.
That we know of.
Right.
All right. So we'll go ahead and end it there with a little bit of information given.
I'm going to add Hellfire Dagger to my inventory.
Yep. I will... It's still early enough in the day for you guys waking up, so if you want to ask Kapesh more questions, it seems like he has a bit more paladin-like information than most of you guys do. So
Our paladin.
he may be able to answer some questions, especially since Oathbreakers are a little bit more familiar with undead. So you can go that route, but we will wait so we have the full crew for next weekend before we get into any deep diving, literally. But we're going to end the session there. Do we have any questions?
Oh.
All right.
We went on the North Shore, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's all I needed to know then.
Should have come from the shore.
Of course we were on the noisy shore when this happened.
Yeah, you guys were on the North Poly Shore. All right.
Wow.
So if you guys do have any questions, feel free to message me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Like I said, next session you guys will be able to have a chance to have any other discussions, do any investigations. It is early in the morning by the time you guys wake up. So, yeah. If I don't talk to y'all before, then you guys have a great week, and we'll be back on this on Sunday.
All right.
All right.
Night, everybody.
We'll see you on Sunday.
Janae.
Night.
Thank you all for staying with us. You guys have a great week. Stay safe, and we'll see you Sunday.